All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Stan Kramer. We're Brian the Grizzly over here, and
What's up?
Brand Man might be joining us. We'll see. We'll see how his night goes.
Let's see if he'll be drunk or not.
Coherent enough to talk. But I mean, we don't got too much to talk about. We'll probably watch a few trailers, talk about some box office numbers, and some other like kind of stuff we get into. But I don't. Neither of us got to see The Accountant, which kind of sucks.
I'm going tomorrow very early because my girls dropping off my mom. So we were at my sister's house because it was her birthday today. Turned 37. Happy birthday, Lauren. So that was a big thing. And before we left, family said, "Okay, so since we got both of you guys here, let's talk about it." So let's talk about what? Sinners. And got this big, huge family discussion, argument. Talking about cultural stuff, and because that one thing me and my dad talk about is like he's talking about is good versus evil, and I said I don't think it's good versus evil. I think it's something totally different. I think it's more church versus the blues, or yourself versus sharecropping, and all this other stuff that's more shades of gray. And me and my sister agreed with me, so me and her like ganged up on him. So my sister's a lawyer, so this is what she does for her job, her career is arguing.
It's literally arguing.
This is what she does. So having her back, she was like, "We should be on there together. I want to go on the podcast with you. And I want more." So
that's funny. I mean, because like the discussion with you and your dad was great. Definitely, anybody who's in chat, go watch it. It is a good discussion. That was something I saw what he was getting at, and I get it. But I feel like that's so surface level of it, which is fine if you don't want to dig deeper. But I mean, I don't know your dad that well, but the little bit I do know of your dad, I don't think anything is surface level for him. Like he likes to dig deep and get the deeper meaning. So I was kind of surprised he didn't agree with
sinner. He wants to be sinner. And I was like, no, it's not just about sinners. It's level. It's also a cultural part of it, right? Because the idea whoever wasn't with the black church, you were a sinner. It was in the color purple, which is taking place during the same time period. It's the idea if you weren't in the church, you were in the juke joint, you're a sinner. That was the idea, but not necessarily that you are against church or a devil. Like I don't know. I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, because this whole movie was like definitely a lot of layers and stuff like that. Like I saw Epic Joshua.
I was watching.
Well, I don't know if I saw him do a post, and it was a post of that scene, the music scene, where the barn is actually gone, and it's just all the dancing of all the past and present and future and stuff.
Yeah, all the cultures and all the ancestors coming in together.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's a picture of like it looked like like African tribal dance kind of thing around the fire kind of stuff, and he was like, I really don't want to get offended in this movie, so he's kind of avoiding it, which I get, but I kind of think I'm like, that scene isn't about that. That scene is really kind of like the importance of music and how it affects everybody and everything, So
I think that you're missing the point with that. And I think that what it was the connection of culture throughout years, and how music connect the culture throughout everything, no matter if it's going from past, present, future. Western African culture, even wasn't not religion, but spirituality, and that's what it went with that. So understand Native American dancing and the West African dancing and all that stuff. That's a cultural connection that has nothing to do with trying to be upset with what they're trying to depict. No, he's literally trying to depict that there is no. The idea of that spirituality with church, the black church, is still kind of connected to slavery. So what Ryan Coogler literally said was, I want to understand the culture for us, for ancestors, goes back further, and that was the idea, that he wanted to bring back the West African part of it. So, I thought that was brilliant, and it's nothing you could be upset about. I think if you're upset about it, then we need to have a discussion and about why you're upset, because you're probably missing the point.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a picture. So that's why it's hard when you see that picture of like there's dancing, a fire, there's like this person in the full like tribal dress and stuff like that. And then below it is like a picture of like some history book or something you would see, and it's like you're definitely taking it out. It's definitely out of context. Like that, and also I was like, that scene still, even the song for that scene was
so
amazing.
Good.
Oh, I listened to that song.
You see Sammy,
times, like,
Sammy do it with
yes.
Ludwig, live, and he was singing. Oh my god, that was so good.
I believe that was the actress who played Perline.
Yeah, it was. And she came in.
Was her. I forgot her name, but yeah. But oh my god, man, that was so good. I didn't get a chance to respond to you. I was like crazy busy this whole week. But yeah, I watched it. I was like, oh, it's so good. And Miles is such a talented singer, man. Oh my god. And you see the thing that Buddy Guy said?
Yes.
Oh my god. I don't know if you posted it. I saw it from you, or I know I saw it somewhere where he was like, he knew BB King, he knew Muddy Waters, and they kind of promised each other like, whoever outlives us, we need to make sure blues lives on and people know about the blues. And for him to be part of that group of just like these great, especially in Chicago, like Chicago blues kind of guys, and then be in this movie, and then having Miles be legit the future of the new blues movement, and it was just like so good. I was like, oh my god, like it's
part of the Great Migration. I mean, that's another cultural thing that he brought in, a historic thing that he thought about. From Mississippi, going through Nashville, going up to Chicago, like that's literally the Great Migration, and it's where the blues movement went. It's he did such a great job. I am not. Me and Ryan Coogler are not copacetic. Like I feel like he does do a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff, but I think that it was brilliantly done, and that I'm happy that he did the 25-year deal. So after 25 years, all the royalties from that movie, everything that goes from that movie comes back to him, and he also passed some of that past stuff on to the people that may help him create the movie. Dude, come on, chef's kiss. I mean, great job, man.
Yeah. I saw that article today about the contract of the movie, which was awesome, which makes me want to go see it again, just to get it out there, just to go get it more money, because I think this movie deserves all money. And like both of us, pre-ordered the 4K steelbook like
immediately,
super quick. I was still in the theater. And I pre-ordered it. So it's so.
And I'm proud of the box office numbers. I'm proud of them.
Yes. That's the big thing. So I believe the budget was 90, but then once you add in the marketing and whatnot,
budget. So the marketing
about 150.
Yeah, so the marketing budget was $45 million. So they spent 135, and they said, well, travel costs and everything, you should think about 145 to 150,000, $150 million. That's what it is. Which is okay. Good.
Still a lot. I think I was watching She Dreads Me, and she reviewed this one, and one of her biggest gripe was like, it was a great movie. He goes, it didn't need to cost 90 million, and I'm like, I don't know, because there wasn't like a lot of CGI, but I was like, but
you have Michael B. Jordan playing two characters and didn't look bad. 30 minutes into the movie, you forget these two characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the fact that it's already at 120, 125 million, already there. Yeah. And we're not done with this weekend. It's going to have less than a 30% dip. I think they're saying 27% dip.
It's even less than that now. So yesterday they said 27. This morning, the projections that I read, or this afternoon, were they're saying about 10% dip. Which I'm like, crazy. I just read right now as I was waiting. They're like, it might not even have a dip. It might be the exact same. So I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that goes to tell you, it's like the opening weekend wasn't crazy big, but for a movie that size, I thought it was good. But then all the people talking about it, all the reviews, all the stuff, all the people talking about it. People, it's gonna have like a second opening weekend number, which is crazy. That's crazy.
So it's funny. I was talking to Chill, and we were having a whole conversation, whatever, and he said he saw in the 77 millimeter, IMAX
super
thing.
jealous.
He saw it. I was like,
Yeah,
dude, damn it.
super jealous.
I wish I could go see it.
That's good that he lives close to one because I think for us the closest one is
In
in
Toronto, there's two.
Minneapolis.
There's two in
There's
Toronto.
2? What the hell?
Mhm.
What the hell? Yeah.
We gotta talk about some of these comments. You guys are
Yeah,
doing
yeah, I
great
know you
comments.
guys are
I'm
getting
sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that off my chest because I thought that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. But yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I wanna me and Eric have been talking about Sinners so much and so many people this weekend or even last weekend, between the birthday parties and Easter, they're all like, did you go see it? And
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, like you gotta go see it. you know. So yeah.
Culturally is so good, guys. I mean, he did such a great job. And I don't know if anyone else notices all the other cultures that are in it were all oppressed cultures.
Yes, yeah,
Every one of them.
yeah.
Chinese, you want to talk about Irish, you want to talk about the Native Americans, you want what every other culture was oppressed culture that he put in there.
Man.
Like
Literally there was a white dude in it, but besides Haley Steinfeld.
No, that was a huge scene, Tank. When the daughter runs, so the Bo is in one store, right? And that's where
That's
twins go
but I'm
in.
thinking like dialogue, like there's not many white people that got a lot of dialogue in this film, if any.
The head of the KKK,
yeah, him, and then, but I mean, he had the one scene in the beginning,
and
then at I don't spoil it, but another
scene at the end.
Yeah, at the end. And then Haley Steinfeld, So which is I thought it was good because I was like, it doesn't like I want to say it's not about the race, but it is about the racism. But it's not like something like 12 Years a Slave where it's like that's what it is. It's more like
connection of the culture was
here. Yeah.
Okay, we all understand what sharecropping. I think everyone had to understand what sharecropping was, and if they don't hit their quota, that land that they're working could be taken away, and it's a real bad situation to be put in. It sucks, But that it wasn't like it was a slave culture thing, and what it did is tell you that the culture was not just slavery. The culture went back to West Africa. That Native Americans had more than what was put there. I agree with you with the Native American thing. I want a Native American vampire hunter movie. White people brought in smallpox and vampires, and we're sniffing them both out.
Yeah, that would be so good. Like I don't even know if he knew what he was doing when he thought like I'm sure he knew what he doing. Like he wanted another oppressed minority to be part of it. And Native Americans make sense. Again, spiritual connection with the land.
There's a huge
and stuff
connection.
Like that.
I mean,
that would be so good.
So West Africa and America, where it fits in, and there's a huge connection there. So,
So I think that would be so good. So it's one of those movies that is just I think it's so good. It's so good,
and you're able to talk about it more and more and more, and I love that I watch all these videos and everyone's talking about it. And you know what? I'm glad they're talking about it. I'm glad that we're sharing the narrative of how great this really is and how you can talk about stuff and it could have so many more meanings. Yes. It's not just a vampire movie. So when everyone's like, it's a vampire movie, it's not just a vampire movie. That's so a small part. Yeah. And then even the vampire part is pretty interesting with the vultures and stuff. It's so
good. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. When you and your dad brought that up, I was like, oh my God, like literally they're bloodsuckers. They steal your life,
the culture. Like, but if they use like Sammy's the connection to the ancestors, it'll suck that part. And they appropriate you.
Yeah.
You're no longer black, you're now a vampire. And we're gonna use that part of you for our goodness. Oh boy, it's huge, man.
That was I was like, man, because I just thought about like stealing Sammy's skill and stealing the life of these people, but like literally you are appropriating them, you're stealing them, and
what the definition of appropriation is.
Yeah. Oh man, it was just so good. But like I kind of want to do like a review, a shorter review, because so many channels are popping off with this thing, and this is a movie that you can watch 10 different reviews and get 10 different like kind of takes on it, and most of them will probably be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like because there's so many layers, there's so many meanings, there's so many different feelings that people have when watching this, and people saying like, oh, is this gonna be like one of those like a vampire classic? I'm like, I don't
It's
think
not a
so,
vampire movie. It's not even
but I
that
can
good of a
see it
vampire. That
being
part is
like,
good.
yeah,
But
yeah, it's like average vampire movie, but as a movie, this might be a movie that like people watch
people
for a
are
long
so
time.
my sister brought it, said compared it to Get Out.
That, yeah, yeah,
It's a horror, but it's really not horror. It's really talking about something totally different.
yeah. Like the horror aspect is there, but it's only a tool to talk
To
about
talk about all this
the
other stuff.
the other stuff and all the
Mhm.
other issues and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So
Let's talk about some of these comments because they
yeah,
got a ton. You guys are
Yep,
saying some
exactly.
great stuff. T is, and I see Ace and
Yeah,
Collector or something. I see you
yeah.
guys.
Start from
What
the
up,
start.
Fernando?
Fernando's in the house. Said we're going live tonight. Yeah, what's it for? I was gonna hang out, watch some trailers.
Yeah.
Professor Film Fan.
We
Good
got The
evening.
Last of Us. We got The Last of Us teaser trailer for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
We got something with the Idris Alba,
With John Cena, right?
John Cena. Yeah, I think that one is going to be interesting. We got more Kombat leaks, so we're going to wait to Brandman gets in because he wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trailers, really fun.
Yeah, it's kind of hang out. Yeah, did you see what I posted in you guys Burger King's chat today?
I was looking at it earlier, Collector. I saw a couple of things.
I would see the video he posted it as a link. I'm not sure which one.
My video.
Oh, that video, was that the video of Miles and Ludwig
Yeah.
singing? Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a good video.
It was such a good music that I was like, man, look, seeing them singing.
The soundtrack. Do yourself a favor, go on Spotify. Oh, well, so I know we hardly touched on Delroy in general, just his character. I know
I could have talked another 30 minutes just about him.
There's a interview that it came out, or at least I saw it recently, and the interview dude was telling him like the car scene and how emotional and impactful and it is such a gut punch, and you just like feel disgusted as a human, that we live on this planet and shit like that happen. And
you said how natural it was. Like they would go just driving down, and then all of a sudden they start driving. They went past the point where they were going, and they just stayed with the scene, and the scene just came organically, and it just happened.
Yeah, but it was just like Delroy is such a professional, such an amazing actor that he had told Ryan Coogler, he goes, let me practice it. He practiced it. He got to practice it with the guys in the car. And then when it all went down, it was like he went with it and just kind of went with it. And then he broke into, the hum and the song. And then he's like, and then Michael B. Jordan is such a professional, and then knowing that Miles is new to the game, he doesn't know how to like ad lib like this stuff. This is the first movie he's ever been in, So Michael B. Jordan in character is like, hey, you got that guitar, so like because Miles in the back was just listening to
he was lost. You could see him just like, wow, this is amazing.
and he's because he's so like stuck into this story that Delta Slim is saying, and then who is it? Smoke. It was like, hey, you got that guitar, and they started playing, and then Delroy said like it was such an amazing scene, and a lot of it was improvised towards the end, and then he goes and said one of their testers, they removed that scene, which, and then Delroy went to Ryan. He goes, this is not like my ego, it's not my pride. He goes, you need that scene in that movie. You need that scene. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, because that scene made it more like you got who Delta Slim was, but you also got the disconnect of like this old black man in South America and this newer, not newer, but younger, black man in South America, and the difference, between the experiences they had.
But also when he stepped in and said, you have to go through me to get to him.
Yeah.
And understand that because they combine two cultures, they are now linked, and they're linked forever. And he was willing to, I've had my life, I'll need him to have his life. I wanted to let my life expire for this person. Oh, so good.
Yeah, it was so good. And but that scene in the car makes that later on in the movie way more important. Like way more important. You know, it's just not him just doing it. You know, it's like, but I'm like, again, that's why I was kind of like telling Hanzo, I was like, that first part of the movie, it's all character development. You need that to connect to these people. You know, and like,
but if you're looking at it as a vampire movie, then I understand why they say it's slow. It's not slow. It's a lot happening. It's a lot of characters for you to actually care about these characters. It's not a vampire movie. That's the problem. It's a vehicle to get you to understand what's going on. That's all.
Yeah. So sorry, but I saw that. I'll find it. I'll post it on our Facebook group because that was a great freaking interview. And Delroy is
amazing.
He's
unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, now people are like, how has this man not won an Oscar? Like,
and some of the movies that he's been in, I'm sure the only black people have seen. So that's the problem.
Oh man. Let's see what else we got. He said, "I'm with you. I never saw it as good versus evil."
Yeah. No.
Not just that. It's so much more than that. But I do agree that that's there.
It is there. It's a part, but it wasn't just that. It's funny because in the trailer you thought that there was a good brother and an evil brother, and that's not what it was. And then the scene. Oh, you're gonna bring me up? Maybe say more. The scene where he when the KKK is coming in and he's outside the barn, he takes off the thing around his neck. The hoodoo stuff. Yeah. And why did he take off the hoodoo stuff? Because he didn't need it. Because he only needed it when he was in the barn. Why did he need it in the barn? Boy, you really start to ask that, and he was like, "How did they live?" Well, I wonder.
Yeah.
Wow. It was good. It's good storytelling.
Yeah. Also, I mean, there's that. Why with the barn thing? It's also I saw it as this was my protection. It's what helped keep me alive and blah. He goes, I don't need it anymore. I'm ready. So it's like he took 100%. It off and he's like,
why did he need it in the barn?
Yeah, in the barn is
because it's how did his brother make it? He was in the barn.
What's up, T? Collector said, I finished the second book of Reacher last night. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Nice.
Hey, I'm chapter 25 of Children of Blood and Bone. So good. So good. I'm running through that book like it's I started it like maybe 5 nights ago. Like I really started to really get into it, and then I was like, man, I'm running through these chapters like it's nothing. It's so good. I'm excited.
And then we forgot she was at C2E2.
I'm so mad at myself. I'm kicking myself for that.
Yeah. But I haven't read. Erica read the first one. Her sister read all 3 books. And she liked them a lot.
So hopefully I'll get to all 3 of them. Soon.
We got. She said, I hate how the media tried to spin the budget narrative. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Oh man, Variety sucks.
Right. That's why Ben Stiller came out and called him out on that shit. And he's like, nah, man, get your ass out of here. So like
there's a lot. There's some good people in Hollywood that will be honest and say that hey, what the hell are you talking about?
She said I'm going to see it in IMAX tomorrow. I saw it in IMAX.
I saw the IMAX too. But
unless
I wanted to see the big one. Oh
yeah.
God.
And I saw a picture of somebody taking it, seeing it on there. I'm like, oh, that would have been epic. But unless you can see it there, IMAX is the best. Professor said, I agree. I forgot Michael B. Jordan was dual roles. He got lost in the story. Yeah.
Like 30 minutes in, you're like, oh man, it's just 2 characters. And you forget that he's doing both of these characters and doing it seamlessly. They're fighting. They're literally fighting. You forget.
Yeah. I mean, they are their own characters, and the word of mouth is going to carry it to another 2 weeks. I hope so.
I think so.
I hope so too. That might hit 300. If this hits 300, I know that's like a low number, but in compare to the budget and everything, that's a huge win.
And the theaters, Tank. Yeah. Think about this. Yeah. Oh, that would be huge for those theaters.
Yeah. Let's see what's that's what made the vampires so convincing because they were all oppressed. Yep. I like that.
All oppressed people. Every single one.
I love all because I love history. I love watching all the YouTubers doing like history reports about like, oh hey, did you know tap dancing came from black and Irish Americans
Irish.
kind of mixing their dancing together,
Oh,
and
but he
boom, you
was
got tap
getting it,
dancing
man. That scene where it was a wide, and then they were dancing and do
outside
all
the
the
barn.
thing, and then soon as the fight was coming in, it went to short, it went to full screen. Oh man, it drew you in. It was so good. Oh, he did such a good job with that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, I love seeing like all the videos, the research videos, and all the history videos that are coming from because of this movie. The blues. I haven't seen so many blues videos in a long time. You know what I mean? And I grew up listening to blues. My dad, my uncle, big blues fans. Living in Chicago, it's kind of hard not to, listen to any, being a guitar player, stuff like that. But now with this movie, how like it's kind of starting to get out there a little bit more. So that's awesome.
My favorite song of all time is "In a Sentimental Mood" by Duke Ellington. Is I mean, I heard it from the Cosby Show, and I fell in love with it. I learned how to play it, and it's so good. It's so good, man.
Yeah.
Music. I love music. So
I never got to see Muddy Waters. I did see BB King live, so
I saw BB King. I've been to you've been to his bar. BB King stuff.
Yeah. Real quick, I gotta go down here and shout out to Deuce.
The GOAT.
What's going on? What up? Stop to let y'all know. SC Expedition 33 is
Game of the year. Really? Game of the year.
SC Expedition 33. What the hell is that?
Which game is that?
I gotta look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one is it for that game of the year.
Yeah, maybe I'm so out of it. I have no idea.
So I know Clear Obscure Expedition 33 on PlayStation, right?
That was like 2 years.
No, that's 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Okay. If that's one the Clear Obscure, that's the one I'm seeing.
Oh, CC. Oh, CO. Clear Obscure. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got maybe watch that trailer.
It just came out this past weekend. I know.
Actually,
we will. Let's do that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is it Sandfall? Whatever. What's it called? I don't know. Let's watch the trailer. We'll pull that up.
Yeah, we'll watch that. For sure.
I have it here. So when we get to that, we'll watch it.
Yeah. But Deuce.
You gotta give him a goat. You gotta give him a goat.
I always give him a goat.
Yes, CO. Yeah, CO Expedition 33. That's what. Okay. I was like, yeah.
I'll give you one of these.
Please try to enjoy each fact equally.
We definitely gotta do that in the next time.
Yeah. We'll pull that up, and then I'm gonna keep going with these comments real quick.
Definitely.
See, I explained it like this. It's a movie that happens to have vampires. Exactly. That's exactly what I came out of the theater. I'm like, oh, there's vampires in it. It's not a vampire movie. Like if that makes sense. But yeah,
it's literally the vehicle that you use to get the story and the point out.
It's a vehicle that help with more metaphors and analogies and give you a different kind of vibe of the film too. So.
It's not a good vampire movie. Like, dude, come on, it's not about that. My boy Anzo had to say, "Hey, come on, boy, come on."
yeah. Because I mean, it's a average vampire fight scene. It wasn't horrible for sure. It was a fun fight scene. Some cool stuff going on.
It was fine.
Yeah, but that's not the point of the movie.
Exactly.
It's more of what the vampires represented. And how they were doing it. But here you go, epic, fantastic.
Hey.
We were just talking about you. I was just because I just left a comment on one of your posts about Sinners. So yeah, we were talking about that. So we both loved it, so we both
I mean,
recommend going to watch it. And like I said, that scene where you posted the picture of the from the movie and then from the drawing, that scene, like I said, that is one of the best sequences in a movie I've seen in a long, long time because the way it pans and over the music. Chef's kiss, man.
It's one of the best musical parts of anything. It's more of a musical than any of that crap that we got for the for the Oscars. Any of that crap. But I will say it's when I saw the scene, I really see more of the Marvin Gaye album cover, and when you see the people jumping around, and also I see more of that. Yeah. And that's the cultural part that you probably need to explain and understand as seeing. But you see that and then see the movie, I think you'll see it more that way.
Yeah. So hopefully you go check it out. Let us know if you go check it out what you think. She said Delroy Lindo needs to nominate for best supporting actor for this movie. I agree.
Oh my, he should nominate. I want him to win.
Yeah. But I mean, because it's just like he brought the funny, he brought the seriousness, like he made you cry and he made you laugh in the same movie. You know what I mean? And then he was a great character.
When I see him, every time I see Delroy, I think of Satchel Paige always, because he did it was like Soul of the Game, whatever. Because that's why I think of him as Satchel Paige. He's been in so many other movies, but that's the one I think.
Yeah, I want to see like how many other movies he was in because I know he was in a lot.
I mean, The Five Bloods, Crooklyn, Roman Almost Died. Gone in 60 Seconds.
But has he ever led a movie? I don't think he's ever led a movie. No. He's always been just a side like supporting actor, little side character or something like that. But
he was in Malcolm X, but never as the main person. He's in Clockers.
Blade. That's right, because he talks about Blade a lot in his interviews.
Because he's going to be in Blade. Supposed to be in Blade. This Christmas, he's the stepdad that comes in, and he was the one who's the head of the family, and they finally figured it out. It's another, yeah. So I mean, but I don't think he was ever a leading man, except Soul of the Game is probably the only one he's been a leading man in. It's the only one I could think of. But that's what Satchel Paige when he was that, Yeah. So, that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. And he's worked with great actors, other great actors, other great directors. Like the dude's been, around the best of the best for decades at this point. But yeah, I do agree with that. Clark said, I really hope all this hype for this movie is worth it because the last time a movie had this much hype was Long Legs that I saw were comparing to Silence of the Lambs, and I saw Long Legs. Absolutely hated it. You hated it? It was okay. Yeah. I
didn't like it that much either.
It was okay. It was nowhere being as good as Silence of the Lambs. No.
It shouldn't even been the same breath. That's why I was like,
I didn't hate it. I'm like, oh, that's a interesting movie. Yeah, but it's also like that was like horror, but it was kind of like, this isn't like full on horror, even though that is technically in its genre listing.
Horror at all. I mean, I don't think I hate horror, right? You know me, I don't do anything.
That's usually like whenever somebody asks us, and Erica's like, I loved it. It's not a scary movie. Because her sister was asking about it and she wants to go see it, and she goes, oh, but I just don't want to. I'm not a big horror fan. And Erica's like, don't worry, you're good. You're good. But this one is really good. I think so.
More gore than it is horror, and even that it's a very small piece.
Very little. Yeah.
I see L in the building. I see you, L. I saw you.
Yeah, coming in. Hey, what's up? Ella, you seen Sinners?
Yeah, I want to know what you thought about that.
About it. Kevin Davis in the house said, I'm not shocked or surprised that domestic box office carrying Ryan Coogler's Sinner at the domes. Yeah,
of course. I mean, what you think? You're gonna see a black-led movie going to do great internationally?
Yeah.
Just let's be real.
Said he had the necklace before the barn. Yeah, no, he had it.
No. Yeah,
for a
he
long
definitely
time,
did.
I think at that point.
So he took it off twice in the movie. He took it off once with Annie, and Annie, because he was doing what he was going to do, and she put it back on. We assumed she put it back on because he had it back when he came back into the barn. But then when he walked out of the barn when the KKK were coming, he took it off because once again, Tate says he didn't need protection anymore because he was ready to die for it, but also because he needed it inside the barn. Because he needed because he couldn't be bitten if he had the protection on.
Yeah.
They showed that scene when they're fighting. He couldn't be bitten.
Yeah. But he had it. They made it seem like he had it for a long time too. Like,
yeah, and he gave it to him a long time.
Yeah.
That's probably what kept him safe because of her prayers and her hoodoo, which is not voodoo.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
I did read an article, small article about as a Christian God worshiping person, should you see this movie? And the person was like, no, like because of the hoodoo stuff, I'm like really?
That's such a very small viewpoint.
Yeah.
I understand what Christianity and I'm a Christian, but I also do know that there's a spirituality that came from West Africa that had nothing to do with Christianity, and that's okay. It's part culture, part of ancestral. You have to understand that. It's okay.
Yeah. It wasn't really an article, but it was like a little essay or something I was reading it. Because I'm like, oh, I wonder what they said. And I'm expecting the vampires or this or that, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I'm like, oh, really? That was the breaking point? Okay.
The hoodoo, which is part of West African culture,
like history,
and witch part doctors and all that stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah. So, let's see. Like I said, if Thunderbolts does 70-90 at the box office that it went for film non-Avengers, people need to stop expecting MCU films to be 100 million or more for opening weekends. Yeah, I mean 100 million is great for anything, but I think people are just so expecting like every Marvel movie to be $100 million, and it's not going to happen.
I think Thunderbolts is still going to do about $600 to $700 million, which is good. This is a good movie, and I mean overall, that's not just domestically. I don't think it's going to make that much domestically, but worldwide, I think $700 to $800 million maybe, or 600 to 800.
Yeah, I see that. But yes, I mean, even if it makes 70, like that's a solid weekend. That's a solid weekend. So.
It depends on what comes out with it, because if nothing else comes out with it, maybe you should do more.
That's a good question. I don't think anything comes out with it. Honestly, I think at this point, I mean, Sinners might be the thing that, because Sinners is going to win week 2, so it's going to go on to week 3 against an MCU movie. We'll see what.
No,
it's not going to win. I doubt
it's not going to win,
but yeah. But.
That's interesting. People are saying they don't think it's not going to crack 500 million. I think Captain America almost made 500 million, and people hated it. I think it's a good movie. People absolutely hated it because for other reasons. I think for those same people that hate it for those reasons, they're going to love the Thunderbolts. So I think if the floor is $400 million, you're going to probably get at least $200 million more of it. Yeah,
that is interesting. I didn't even think about that, but you are not wrong.
That's part of the reason why I was like, man, I'm gonna like the Thunderbolts. Not because it doesn't look interesting. It's because I know the people that don't like Captain America are going to love the Thunderbolts because of the same reason why they don't like Captain America. Might love hate a little bit. That's a little bit.
But the early reviews have been coming out, and people are saying like it's really good.
It's great.
Yeah. So.
It's like, but how you gonna make that? You gonna like that, but you can't like Captain America? F you. Just my hate a little bit, even though I got my ticket already.
Let's see. He said if it protected him through life and he took it off because he was ready to. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But also, where did the vampires go? So all the other vampires died, right? They're all burning up because the sun was coming up. But his brother and Mary lived, right? How did they live? I'm just telling you, put the piece together, man.
Yeah, I know we had talked about it live, but it was just like you start thinking about it, it's like the doors were locked when the KKK showed up to the barn. The doors were locked
from the inside.
And Stack was not Stack, Smoke. Yeah, Smoke was outside. So it was like
someone had to lock the door.
And that's something you don't think about while you're watching it until you go back and you think about the movie and what happened and stuff like that. And you start talking about it. You're like, yeah. And then you start putting all the pieces together. And That's why like little things like that. Like the one thing like Anzo hated about it, about like, Smoke just showing up out of nowhere and killing him. I can't argue with that,
No,
like
that's right.
yeah, but also I don't care. That means like I don't care. It was cool. It was super cool, and
Just
it was an
out of
awesome
nowhere,
moment.
just like came from under the water. It's like,
Yeah,
just-
with a giant steak. So
and
I'm
no one
like,
said nothing.
you're not wrong, but also, movie. So, all right. Then we got Tony in the house. Said, just binged you season 5. It was solid. What's up, guys?
What's up, Tony?
I gave up on you. Not that it was bad. I just lost track of it. Like season 2.
I'm actually doing Black Mirror right now. I'm
I need to
catching,
watch
trying
that.
to catch up right now.
Yeah.
This is good. Black Mirror is good as shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's always from the first season. It's been good. I mean, it had a little dips, but even the bad seasons were still really good.
I agree.
Fernando said all 3 books are excellent. About
From
Bowman,
Children of Blood and Bone.
Yep.
And this first one, Zayla, I am enthralled. I am really in with it. Enon. Oh my god, I'm with all of them. I love them. I love them all. And I want to know what happens at the end. So I might stay up all night trying to read the last 5 chapters.
Just finish it.
So how can you binge a book? Well, I'll tell you.
Said everyone isn't racist. Sinners budget 90 million. This film has to make 270 to break even. No,
that's not true. That's not the marketing budget that they used.
Yeah. To break even, it needs to make 150, which it already did. 270 is to make like the good profit that a movie theater usually wants to see.
He's using the average number of 2.5 times the money for your marketing budget. That's not the budget they are given. Look at it. There's numbers in there. They're there. They gave him half the budget for marketing.
Yeah, it was legit. Like between budget, and marketing and promo and all that stuff, it was about 150 million. So, and they probably gonna break that this week.
Yeah,
which
probably.
means anything else is extra. But I think they're saying they want to do 250 to 300 to really like put like this movie is good. There's no denying it because it made all that money back. But
it's not using the MCU. You understand? It's not even in 4,300. It's not
a
full release.
Full release like that. Yeah, it's about
so
9.
It's not the same.
A little bit over 900 theaters short.
Yep.
Yeah. Too much gaslighting in Hollywood. Yeah. Thunderbolts is gonna take a top spot from Sinners box office. Yeah.
It's not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Sinners is still gonna do well. I could say Sinners doing another, 35 million, which is really good.
And that's really good.
But is it going to be Thunderbolts are going to do double that domestically, and then worldwide it's going to be like 120 million, 125 million dollars that first weekend.
Yeah. So I started reading Housemaid because there's a movie coming out Christmas and it's gonna have Sydney Sweeney, Brandon, who's it?
Sklenar. Yeah, Amanda Seyfried.
Damn. Sydney Sweeney and Amanda. I'll check that one out. This movie finally rents the stench off Amelia Perez. He was from content. Yeah. A movie with good music, the good meaning, but like interesting topic and stuff like that.
Oh my god, Amelia Perez. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding us. The game just came out this week. I was talking about that game.
Yeah, so I pulled that up already.
Yeah. And Collector, there you go. Been a member for 2 months now.
Man, that's awesome.
Thank you. I think on there you can show like how long you've been a member, and it's free. You don't have to drop any money. So
this is my Human Torch.
Nice.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Is that from the movie, or is that just like?
Yep, this is supposed to be from the movie.
Okay.
It's a specialty series from it. So, yeah. So I already ordered Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. The one I really want is Clobbering Time. I want the thing.
Clobbering Time.
Yeah.
So I was at the thrift store and they had a shit ton of comics, like so many I couldn't even go through. And I got some interesting comments. I have no idea what they are. This is Classics Illustrated, a Shakespeare Hamlet. So I'm kind of
What?
interested what that one is. Yeah, I have no effing idea. I mean,
I
besides
will
just
read the
Hamlet,
hell out of that.
but it's a whole little graphic novel. So I got that, and then I got this. This is the only one I was looking for. Multiple ones is Anne Rice's The Witching Hour.
Ooh,
I was like,
dude,
it was pretty cool. I have no idea. So
you
I
should
just thought
hold
it
on
was,
to that one.
yeah, I don't know if it's worth anything, but I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, but I was like, please let me find something else. So there was a Sandman issue. It wasn't issue 1, but it was like it looked like it was like ripped up. So
No, I have a lot of things, man. I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
What do I even have here? There's a couple in here I haven't scanned yet.
Well, yeah, but it was like a not a half price books. It was like just a local thrift shop, and they had boxes and boxes of comic books, and I'm like, I couldn't go through it all. It was just so much. But I was kind of skimming and finding any cool stuff, but they had like stacks of the same comic, like stacks of the same one. Like this
Where the hell did you get
Batman.
that
Some of
from?
them. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Cage versus Punisher.
Yeah. So this is the I think this is the Luke Cage origin story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so saw that. I was like, give me that. I want that in my life.
Heck yeah.
And then this is Miles Morales, The End.
Oh, is that new or? I don't think
I
I've
think
seen that.
that's the first
that-
one. I think that came out in 2021, I believe.
Okay, well, it's not too old.
And then I just grabbed this one. This is old and it's crappy, but I thought this was awesome.
A cool one. Yeah.
The Avengers is the first. This is the first one that the Avengers had. The Black Panther when the first time he joined the Avengers.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
That's cool to have that. Oh man, but yeah, I haven't been to the thrift store. This is a newer thrift store I haven't gone to a lot. I found some cool stuff. We're showing off. I found this. This was pretty cool. I got it for like 50 cents or something like that. It's just a print of Legend of Zelda.
ooh, I like that.
Tears of the Kingdom, which I love that game. And I saw this. I need to get the sign. I need to get the things for it.
Oh yes.
So and then I'm gonna get Spoiler Kings. I'm gonna buy the little inserts. Well, I'm like, that's awesome.
Let's go. I like it. Yes.
So, I saw that. I'm like, I for sure have to get that. That was like $3. So, and I found Toy Story cowboy boots that fit my son for like $1.50. $1.50. I'm like, I'm for sure getting.
There's a snake in my boots.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see where you guys at. I know I probably start skipping a little bit so we can get in some of these trailers.
I'm ready for the trailer too.
Yeah. Excited for the Predator animated one. That really looks good.
That was fun. Didn't we watch that?
Yeah, we watched
Yeah, that was last on Thursday, right?
We watched the movie, but then we watched the animated one before too, which I think I still gotta edit that. Dude said the cinematography and music Sinners is best so far for 2025. Yeah,
Easily.
Yeah. I don't know if anything music wise is gonna come close. Oh well, I guess maybe Wicked. Because it is a musical, but yeah, but cinematography, yeah, she should be nominated. I forgot what her name was. She was awesome. He should have been nominated for The Five Bloods. Oh, he was the lead. He was the lead.
He was the lead in The Five Bloods. You're a right team, man. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know he was the lead for Soul of the Game. I knew that.
There you go. Genre bending works. More directors should implement it, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do. And I feel like him being able to use vampires in telling this like really interesting story that fit with the time and what it was talking about and all the topics. It's a hard thing to do, and to do it well. So.
And yeah, it made sense in the story. It made a lot of sense in the story part.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it just shows like Ryan Coogler is gonna be around for a while. He's already, I think they said, the 24 most highest grossing director
in 5 movies, in 8 movies,
with 5 movies, and he's 28. So yeah, like he's gonna make his way up for sure.
All right, Tank, we can go ahead and start. We can start. Mama Bear's here. We can get started.
Okay, that was the next comment. Collector's like, no Mama Bear?
Yeah,
and then,
she's here, so we go ahead and get started. I was waiting for the show to start, so now we're good to go.
She comes in. Oh man. We got what's up, Sully? Sully said, Tinks, what's better, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? I'm a Breath guy. I think I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom. I've been taking my time with it and going through it. Breath of the Wild might be one of the best games I ever played. It was so effing good. Tears is also really, really good, but I think it builds off of what they already did in Breath of the Wild. But yeah, but like if you like video games, Breath of the Wild, and then jump right into Tears of the Kingdom, it's because it's kind of a sequel. It's one of the best. Breath of the Wild is amazing.
That's hard.
Yeah. Because Tears is awesome. Tears is really, really cool. But I just feel like a lot of it copies what already was done in Breath of the Wild, and they used to add a little bit more. But everything else is like, the boss fights are the same.
It sounds like very much the LeBron versus Jordan
kind of thing. Yeah. But it's the same gameplay, it's the same art style, voice actors are the same. It's a legit just like a continuation. So like if you play one and then the other, it's like playing one long ass game. So but yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is better. It's good.
I'm literally trying to order this Funko Pop because I realized I missed one. Because I got the
nice.
What's the one I want to get what's you call it? The what's his name? Galactics.
Oh, Galactus?
Yeah.
Ooh, that Funko would be good. Sully 55K. Oh man. Mario said modding for a different chat. No worries. Just
I mean we just want to wait. We weren't going to start until it happens.
Yeah. You need to change your name from Mama Bear to Modding Bear Doll. Modding Bear. Mod. Yeah, I hear they're making a Toys R Us live action. I did hear that. I did hear that. It sounds stupid, but awesome. The first thing I thought about was the studio with like, we were making a Kool-Aid movie.
That's the studio's too stupid.
I know. I didn't get caught up. I haven't watched the last episode. Saying also hot take, my favorite Zelda game always be Wind Waker. Really? It's not a bad game. It's not my favorite. I think my favorite is definitely Mask of Majora. Like that was so good. And you could play that for hours and hours and hours. And I just loved the concept was so cool. Mask of Majora, where it's like you play the same 3 days over and over again. And if you don't save the world in these 3 days, you just go back to the first day. It is so good. It's so good. Such a good story. And then there's certain things you could do at day. There's certain things you could do at night. There's certain things you could do on certain nights. It was such an amazing game. And everyone always says like Ocarina of Time, but that one's also.
What's the one on 91 that was on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo?
Is it just?
That's probably the one I that's the one I played the most.
This is Legend of Zelda.
Is it like Link to the Past or something like that?
To the Past.
Is that the one?
There's that one.
Yeah, Link to the Past. I think that's the one I paid the most.
Yeah. So there's and then I went down this giant iceberg of like the timelines, and then there's like multiple timelines, and it tells you how it's split. It's like I was like, oh my god, I didn't even not know Zelda went that crazy with all the lore. But yeah, Majora's Mask scared me as a kid. That's funny. It was freaky, man. The little freaky dude with the mask dancing all weird. But wow. Yeah, but
Oh,
man,
yeah.
Majora's Mask was so good. It was so good. Margaret said, I played the original Zelda. Haven't gotten one for the Switch yet. Yeah. Well, you see my Switch up here. Got my Switch up here. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got to play the Breath of the Wild Tears. They're good. You get sucked in. And yeah, it might not be good.
I have to buy another shelf for these
gee.
Funkos that I'm buying right now. Oh my goodness. I have layers and layers of these Funkos. Like I realized that there's so many that are behind, like the pictures and stuff. There's so many in there that I had to buy another stuff so I could actually show them. I have to do the same thing with my movies. I have like movies on top of movies. I have movies over here, movies on there, on top of the stuff. It's like it's getting to a point where I need another shelf.
I think they have shelves specifically for Funkos. Like they have
it won't be $40 like the ones I got.
I saw somebody they're like, you can make it out of cardboard. Like you can make like Funko shelves out of because they're so light, they don't require like a heavy shelf. And I saw this one person just get a bunch of cardboard and cut them up a certain way, and paste them together so they're a little thicker and made shelves. And that's all he did, and then like he just put it on his wall and painted it black. And they're so thin you can't even tell. So it looks like all the Funkos are just on the wall, and with this like black line in between every few of them. But
it's not bad at all.
Yeah, but I seen Funko sell just shelves specifically for theirs.
Okay, one more, damn it.
Yeah. Let's see. I know I skipped a bunch of other ones, but for now, City Sweeney. Yep. We need a Sandman live action movie. The show is awesome.
The show is coming back, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
soon
in July.
Yeah,
I think it's July.
Yeah. So the show is so good, so good. It got me through the first week of being a father. Me and my girlfriend, when we got home after our first baby, we binged all of Sandman, like because we couldn't sleep because the baby is just like sleeps.
They're up, so you be up. Yeah.
Yeah, we just watched Sandman.
July 3rd premiere. July 3rd.
Nice. Oh, that's right on the corner.
And they're dropping 6 episodes, and then the second part they're dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, July 24th.
Okay.
So the thing you hate, you hate drop with it, but
Netflix is doing that now because of what you guys said before. It's like, yeah, you don't want everyone just to like pay for everything. A month. Yeah, and then like, oh, I watched the show I wanted and cancel for a year. Yeah. I said, where do you get the new Fantastic Four Funko? Because I haven't seen them available on pre-order on Amazon.
So yeah. I go to Loungefly and then I go to pre-orders.
Also Loungefly.
My thing. Yeah.
That makes sense. So thank you for getting the Switch 2 Wind Waker is being released. I want an updated review out of you. I don't play games fast enough like that anymore to put out a relevant. I mean, I used to, like I would go through a game in like a week. But I probably won't get a Switch 2 because I don't got that money. Because what the heck? But I'm pretty sure they'll release it on like the Switch 1 or something like that. So, I really do want to play that Mario Kart though, like an open world Mario Kart. Like,
that just sounds amazing,
awesome.
Doesn't it?
That sounds awesome. So, and I love Mario Kart. But Wind Waker, I haven't played in a while, in a long time. So very, very few times do Zelda games do I replay. Ocarina of Time is one. Majora's Mask is one. Those are really the only ones that I've replayed multiple times. Yeah. Oh, what's the other one? Where he becomes a vampire or a werewolf. What is that one's called? Why am I having a brain fart? That was another good one. Twilight Princess. Yeah, Twilight Princess. That was the one I did like, but I think a lot of people didn't like that one. So Skyward Sword is another good one. I definitely gotta play Wind Waker again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know where you were. I was like, oh, what are these comments?
Yeah, I think we're mostly caught up. You know what I'm saying? Wind Waker disrespect? No, no, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I mean, I don't think I ever played a bad Zelda game. You know,
You're saying that you didn't, you don't go back and
it's a
play
good
it.
game. It's a good game. You know, with the boat kind of thing, that was really new. It just, I don't know. I just feel like the animation is what did it for me. You know, it felt too kiddie. You know, even because like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, like those were all like they looked really good. You know, even for being on N64 and stuff like that. But Wind Waker just felt very. It took me a little while to kind of actually hype myself up to get it. But I did like Wind Waker. You know,
Should I
if
get
they re-release it, I'll play it on the Switch for sure.
should I get Kingpin or Punisher?
I mean, I would say Punisher unless Kingpin looks really really cool.
No, he just looks like a bald dude with in
A
all
ball.
white.
I'll play bowling ball. Spoiler Kings Community Mario Kart.
Let's go.
I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that. That'd be kind of fun. Make a private room or something like that.
I'll do that in a second. And then
Yeah.
and whoever wins gets the thing that we get. You know,
Like,
whatever. That's our giveaway. You know, whoever
Yeah.
wins Mario Kart, let's go.
yeah, that'd be cool. Switch 2 pre-orders are already sold out. Wow. Yeah, I'm not paying $1K. It's really. I know it's really expensive. I didn't think it was $1,000.
I'm not paying $1,000. There's no way.
I know they put it on hold, or delayed the pre-order because of the tariff, situation.
Mhm.
I know it got back out, but I
Well, I thought that it was
follow it.
all electronics are not on the pre-order. I mean, not on the tariffs.
He changed it. Obviously, everything fucking changes day to day. Because originally they were, and then they aren't, and blah blah blah. Then parts are, but the whole thing isn't. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, once like the tariff things all got changed, I think the delay ended and the pre-orders went through. But I heard it's like gonna be super expensive, and I'm like, I'm good.
Can you spend $1,000 on something? Can you pay
No.
$8.99?
He said no, it's 500 for the console. Resellers are gonna try to kill people with the pockets. Yeah. I mean, they did the
$4.99
same
is
thing with the
that thing.
Switch. They did the same thing with the Switch. You know, because the Switch, me and my girlfriend didn't have one, and then when COVID happened, everybody wanted the Switch because it was just a perfect storm. It was the Switch was still kind of new, and then Animal Crossing came out. The new Animal Crossing.
Oh
came out
yeah,
right
and then
when
you had
COVID
it.
hit.
Yeah,
So people were just losing their damn minds. I think I looked for a Switch for like, I'm not even kidding, like a month. I was calling every Best Buy all the time. It was just, and then finally I got two Switches. So
well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say the same thing.
And I
PS5.
played the
You
shit
think
out
about
of-
PS5s are going for $1,200, $1,500 for one. People are buying three and then selling two of them and making a
when
killing.
they were first going off. Yeah, that's crazy. Also, I played the heck out of Animal Crossing. My island was awesome. Oh man, afraid to look up the Canadian price for Switch.
Hey, if it's cheaper, let us know. We'll all give you the money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you buy them all for us. Somebody better get rid of that man before 2029.
The PS5, PS6 comes out.
Don't ruin it. I have the Animal Crossing one. Nice. I want to kind of get that one, for my girlfriend. But she was like, I'm good with what I got. So, all right. But because it's cool, because the little stand, like up here, the little stands, little Animal Crossing and everything, it's pretty cool. So me and all my boys were Animal Crossing when we worked from home 2020. It was an absolute blast. That was the game, man. It was good. It was good. A lot of fun. Never played Animal Crossing. Me neither.
Yeah.
Until I played that one, and then I was hooked.
I've never played Animal Crossing, so that's why I was like,
it's so stupid. But it was, like I said, it was just a perfect storm for this game to come out. and it was a way to connect with other people in a time when it was like so hard to like be outside and all this shit. So like, hey, come to my island, I'll go to your island. Hey, like the lady that buys turnips is here or some shit. I forgot what she sold or bought. So yeah, it was fun time. I have 2 Switches in my house that no one plays. Your kids refuse.
Yeah.
Because they play Roblox.
Oh my god, my kids playing Roblox right now. Right now, they're probably playing.
I can never get into Roblox. Minecraft, I played the shit out of Minecraft. Roblox, I was like, it just feels like a bootleg Minecraft.
But all the kids around the world love it.
Everybody. Yeah, it's a big game. Sony will reboot and just call their next console the PlayStation. I could see it happening, but I don't know. I think they would do that when it gets into double digits.
The PlayStation.
Yeah, because can you imagine like PlayStation 10?
They'll call PlayStation X. That's what it'll be.
X, and then I think after X they restart it because PlayStation 11. Because what are you gonna do? 1-1? Yeah, just the PlayStation. But I can see them doing that. That game sold so well because of the pandemic. Yep.
Yeah.
I still play a daily basis. They got the expansion game. Nice. I got the amiibo cards and got all the special characters. Yeah, it's turnips every Sunday. Yep, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you had to wait for like get your turnips and stuff like that. And freaking millionaire in legit millionaire in that game. Oh man, that was deployed during COVID. I was working hard and not from home. Yeah, that sucks. Being deployed during COVID. Oh man,
that's
really scary. All right, all caught up. Let's watch some trailers.
Which one want to do? The video game one?
Let's watch the video game one since we're already kind of talking about video games. I'm kind of curious to see what this one looks like.
You got it. I made it all video, so we got the last one.
Okay. Hold on some of these things real quick.
Smart.
Where we at? Oh, and then just a reminder, and we got some people in chat right now. When we hit 1900, we're gonna do a giveaway. We'll probably do like a Saturday night or
I'm making the t-shirts right now.
Nice. Yeah.
My wife just came home. She's telling me, I told her, I wanted some From t-shirts. I want some Severance t-shirts. I want all of them Spoiler the King patch on it. Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm working on stuff.
Nice. Nice. I know we need to find a way to put it on our website because technically we do have a website. It's just we don't use it often.
Yeah.
So you go nerdhuddle.com/spoilerkings. That'll take you to our part of the website. I think I know my letterbox is connected. I don't know if you guys had yours connected.
Look at that. It's been such a long time. Even though I'm still paying for the thing. It's a for kids.
Well, then and then we need to find a way to connect the merch. Get some merch,
Yep.
in there.
Because Ashley's ready to do it. She likes, doing the t-shirt. So, once anything, ready to go.
Yeah, they take some pictures and then do custom orders. Obviously, if you do custom orders, they take a while, but find a way to get that going.
Get your spoiled t-shirt or Spoiled Kings t-shirt or do like a bowling shirt.
Oh man. All right. Let's watch this one. What's it called again?
Peggy 18.
Was it
CE? What is it? What's that?
Expedition 33, I think, or
Expedition 33.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Right? Is that how you say it? Obscure, right? So weird.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Cool. Let's watch this one. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are going to check out a video game trailer. We don't do too many of them, but when we do, it's usually some of the better ones. Assassin's Creed, God of War,
God of War,
other fun stuff like that.
Spider-Man 2, yeah.
Spider-Man 2 one, oh yeah. But this one came out a few days ago. And Deuce was already saying this is gonna be the game of the year, already calling it. So we had to check out the trailer. It's called the Clair Obscure Expedition 33. So
let's look at it.
Check
Hope
it
it's
out.
good, man.
You should never have come. You're only going to make things worse for everyone.
No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
You're fighting to change things.
For those who come after. Right?
I thought I was used to losing people.
Yeah, me too.
Is this true? Miles with him. We need to go now.
Who are you?
I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but
She'll never paint again.
Damn.
That was something. Shoot.
That, man, I was getting like Final Fantasy, Sekiro kind of vibes from it. Shadow of the Colossus, even with how big some of the bosses kind of looked.
I was thinking Final Fantasy, exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, Final Fantasy. It looked gorgeous. I think like when they're running through the different like levels and everything, it looks gorgeous.
Better than movies. Like that's why I'm like, we're at a point where the games
yeah.
are better than way better. It looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'll watch the trailer again, let alone play it. I want to watch the trailer again.
Yeah. Well, it says it's available now. So PC.
That's what
Steam,
that's what T was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it says it's on the Game Pass, which is I believe the Xbox kind of thing. Yeah. I have everything except for Xbox, but I do have the Game Pass. Well, I did. I canceled it, but PS5, obviously PC, Steam, Epic Store, the Game Pass I did have. Yeah, so I might check it out. See if it's cheaper anywhere. If I have any store credit on Epic Store or Steam, I might get it because that looked good. That looked really good, but that looked very trippy. I think it's gonna have one of those stories where you're just like you might be confused at times.
You don't see what so what is he doing? And then wait a minute, I thought that he was this guy and he's not, because it doesn't look like you know who he really is until the reveal.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know what else Sandfall Interactive's what else they did. It's a French video game developer, so yeah.
No, it looks amazing. And it said it looks like Final Fantasy. It really does. I mean, it gives me that vibe of the world building, how big it is. Even the gameplay, the way we saw it with the combos and everything, it looked very much like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a turn-based, you
Mhm.
RT. It looked like RTS kind of real time,
Yep.
but yeah, it looked good. It looked really good. I'm really interested in it now, because I like original IPs, man. I love original IPs. This looks original. I don't. If anybody in chat is like, "Oh, this is from this or whatever," let me know. But I don't think I've seen anything about this kind of story yet. But it looked cool. It looked really cool. I'm down. But Deuce is saying right there, game of the year. I'm playing it right now. It's fantastic. Very nice.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm down. That looks good. That looks good. Collector said this game is giving me Final Fantasy vibes or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you played like the newer Final Fantasy kind of games, like 15 and stuff like that. Like
That's what Ace is saying.
had
It's Final Fantasy 16.
16. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Final Fantasy 60 kind of. Yeah. So loving the game art, fighting sequences look amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked really good. It looked really good. So I am down. Deuce is already playing it, so yeah, already
I
saying
guess I know Tank's not going to sleep tonight. It's
it.
not happening.
Yeah. Oh man. But cool. Yeah, that looked awesome. You got anything else?
No, it looks amazing. I'm actually I have all that stuff upstairs. I just haven't been able to sit down away from anything else. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have anything to do now. The draft sucks. So
Just be angry about that.
Yeah.
Real quick, IGN 9 out of 10, Steam 9 out of 10, IMDb 9.1 out of 10. So yeah, people are liking this
loving
game so far.
Mhm.
So, at least from the major kind of ones. So sounds awesome. But yeah, man, the memes are real when when you get older and you play video games. This just don't happen.
You just don't have the time. That's the problem.
Yeah. So yeah, a draft happened. Yeah.
Exactly. The
But
anger.
cool.
The anger.
Yeah. Yeah. So leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about this Expedition 33. What you guys think about it. If you're playing it right now, like Deuce Falco is playing. Excuse me. Let us know what you guys think. And yeah, game of the year, yes or no, maybe. But cool. If you are in the live chat, stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.
Now I can say I am so angry about the draft. Tomorrow I'm going to rant so bad. The rant that I'm going to go on is going to be epic. Oh my God. My team, how much we suck. The Shadur Sanders, the collusion that the NFL did doing this, it is straight up collusion. I am going to be I'm on fire. I've been thinking about it, but thinking about Sunday morning for just weeks, days, hours. I'm so angry. I hate every NFL owner. It's placism. They want to put people in their place. Know where you are, boy. Like what? Oh my goodness. It's so collusion. It's crazy, man.
I seen because obviously by round 4, Sanders was like the talk that everyone was like, is anybody gonna get him? But I seen a lot of people talk to like how much of it is his dad? How much of it is his dad?
It doesn't matter once you get into past. There are guys. I shared this one clip to everybody where the guy stole whatever. Stalk. He threw a ball so bad during the combine that was epic. How bad it was, and he got drafted before him. Are you stupid? Are you serious? This guy is no matter what you like him or not. I think he's a early second round talent. No matter what, I don't think any of them are really first round talents. I think he's at least a late second round, early second round talent. The fact that you tell me you get drafted in the 5th round and you don't want to say collusion, no, I think that's collusion.
I think it is in some point. But the people I seen talking about is because of what Dion was saying on like he goes, I want to coach my son in the NFL. So it's like I don't like he was his argument. I forgot who I was watching. It was some radio show dude. His argument was saying what GM and what coach is going to want to bring him in, and then you start messing up, and you're like, whoa, he should play, and then the audience, the crowd start calling it like, oh, well, Dion needs to be the coach, and it's just
first of all, the Pittsburgh Steelers
Steelers
has nothing to worry about there. Second of all, they drafted Johnny Manziel was drafted in the first round, so don't tell me any of that stuff. That's a circus. That dude was doing drugs, like whatever. Like so, none of that holds any water for me. It's the fifth round, and you then tell me he's in the fifth round. This is what you let happen, and Mike Tomlin has something to worry about. Like, what are you guys? These big strong ones, they have nothing to worry about. So what are you telling me? Why the LA Rams didn't need to grab him? They once he got past all these rounds, all these picks, you could have grabbed him. So no, it doesn't make any sense to me. There's no rhyme or reason. I could look at the tape. I could tell you how good he is compared to any of these. There's some key people that won't even make a team. The guy that the Browns picked in the third round, there's the talent level between the two is night and day. Shedeur Sanders is 10 times better than he is, and he was drafted in the third round, and they didn't bring Shedeur into the fifth.
Yeah. It was.
Come on, man.
It was interesting.
The anger.
I
was like,
but no, I do agree. It was like I think a lot of the NFL, it was some sort of like collusion or it was people talking to each other that are like, we can't allow him.
We need to put him back in his place. He needs to know where he is. But and you talk about Deion Sanders, but then when Arch Manning did it, when Archie Manning, when Archie Manning did it, then it's it's okay. He loves his son. But when Deion Sanders does it, he's so terrible. I was reading message boards and people saying he's ghetto.
Really? Wow.
Ghetto?
Yeah.
Like, do you know who you're talking about? You know how rich he is? Talk about where he's come from. He wouldn't know the ghetto if it hit him in the nose. What are you talking about? That shit, and that's why I'm saying it has that racial element to it. And I hate that part. Yeah.
I mean, the one that I also been seeing is the Archie Manning thing. It's like, well, you have him and you got him. They're both, family names, but and
he straight up said, "We're not. You draft him, he's not going." He just told us straight up.
Yeah,
you draft him, he's not going there.
Yeah.
How's that? Eating? Deion was like, well, I'll tell the teams I would rather him avoid. And Archie Manning is like, he's not going there. You draft him, he's gonna go do something else. He ain't got to work for you.
Yeah.
What? But he's
how's that not toxic?
Exactly.
And stuff. Yeah.
But Deion's a villain. Telling you, it's placism. You need to know your place. And I don't like that.
I feel like in the NFL is getting into that a lot more. Like running backs are getting too needed. And then recently, we got running back by committee now. Where one dude's not the dude anymore.
Well, they will change the rules to fit the narrative that they need to do, and it's because the NFL is it's a machine. And the last time we had a machine like that, I'm just saying bad things happen.
Yeah. If you guys want more football talk, if you do, Dynasty Pylon, you can make sure you go check us out on Dynasty Pylon
tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, I'm going to go in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in tomorrow, and then Tuesday and Wednesday it's gonna have to be part 2 and part 3 because I'm gonna go in on NFL. I'm gonna go in on the Bears, and I'm gonna go in on all the fantasy stuff. Like I'm going in.
Yeah. And for the past couple years, we've done a watch party for the draft. This year I wasn't part of it, but you was your nephew, I think, and Alfredo came on. So. Yeah. So if you want more football, Dynasty Pylon all year long, man. All year long. Get into it.
The anger.
Yeah, I was watching. Brian was not happy. Meanwhile, your nephew was like, "Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. I like it." You're like, "No, you're wrong."
Yeah, I was mad with the Bears. It's like you can't then draft a tight end and then draft a receiver the next. So like you said, I'm gonna go over 21 personnel and then draft a receiver the next time when you have 2 receivers already. What are you doing? And then you sign 2 receivers already. I'll get on it. That'll be Tuesday. That'll be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Man, let's watch another trailer so I can get this out of my mouth.
We get some of the comments real quick. Clark said, I have a game trailer I want us to check out on Monday. I'll send it to you. Yeah, send it over. See how
Monday's Last of Us, so we have to do it.
Monday's Last of Us, yeah. That is good. Yeah. So Monday we'll do all Last of Us. So Thursday we'll add it to the docket.
100%. Yeah.
Let's not talk about the draft.
Because Ace knows, but he knows NFL.
Yeah, Ace knows. Dude said Rams drafted well. I'm happy. There you go. How much do you see hyper realistic wax faces, Deuce? Wait, what? Oh,
probably in the game.
Yeah,
what the game?
T said, "I don't care about
foosball. Foosball's the devil."
Yeah. So I might skip over some of the football stuff just because I'm sure there's other people in here that are like,
he's been on my football show twice. Like,
yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, yeah, I saw it. Sorry, man. We were kind of skipping around. Yeah, but yeah, send it over, and then like I said, we might not do it Monday, but we'll get to it on Thursday. Because Thursday. All right, when are you seeing Thunderbolts? Are you seeing it on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing it on Thursday as well. I doubt Brandman will be able to, but I don't know the way he's been talking about his job. Maybe he'll be able to sneak out and go to the new theater down the block. They go for lunch, a long lunch.
Yes, yeah, I'll be back 2 hours later. Yeah, that was a good lunch.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about football now.
It was good, man. I could talk about all type of stuff, man.
Yeah. If the game trailer, we see a lot of hyper realistic faces that games love to use lately. I find them creepy. Just the cutscenes of regular gameplay too. The what's it called? Uncanny Valley.
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy at times. It's creepy at times. Yeah, sure. But but I like when they actually have gameplay like that in the trailer. You know, it's not just a giant cutscene. Yeah.
But a lot of these trailers are giant cutscenes to kind of get you to understand where they're going, and you don't even know what part of the thing you're actually playing. Like,
yeah, yeah.
But then, I mean, we talk about Last of Us too. Like, you know, that gameplay, like, you couldn't. I do like some cutscenes that you can't make a different choice, so you have to deal with what's going on.
Yeah,
you have to deal with it.
And it was always good. But like Last of Us, I think is one of those games where it's a lot of cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because it's telling a story.
It's telling us, yeah, it's a legit story. So, like, it's a movie you get to play. I don't know if I want to talk about the Sanders family. Oh yeah. Like after round 3, I started seeing a lot of the memes, a lot of people talking about it. You know, and showing his house, the room, you know, he had all set up and everything like that. I was like, damn.
No, but the ignorance and the toxicity is just, it's unbecoming. And in the NFL, you know you have that because we can always talk about Kaepernick, so you know the toxicity is there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where we go. The mix of in-engine and cutscenes overall, the story and gameplay is top notch. Again,
game of the year.
The story is the main thing for me because gameplay, you can have good gameplay and the story be kind of you know.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have that story and the gameplay, you know. And this looks like it's gonna be one of those like crazy kind of stories.
Confused a little bit, like at the end, you're like, "What the hell is going on?" Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it'll have one of those endings like, what happened? What happened right now? Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Don't trust the game trailer if I don't see actual gameplay. Yeah. So, but there was some actual gameplay it looked like in there.
Yeah, we saw a lot of gameplay, surprisingly.
Yeah, a lot of the fight scenes and stuff like that. So, There you go. Oh, there you go. So he says I'm pumped for Dynasty draft this year. He has the
101,
108,
108,
109,
109.
Damn, man, you have the whole first round. Like at that point, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know exactly what I'm going to get going for. So
yeah, that's crazy. You have. I'm assuming it's a 12-man league. Most are.
yeah, if you have 12 spots in there, and
Yeah.
it means you've done enough trades to get your back in the first round.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you have half of the first round. Even to say if there's,
I was happy with my 2. I was happy with my 2. I have
Who
2
do you have to
first round
screw
picks.
over to get that, man?
You probably just traded your whole team at the end of the year to say, you know what, I'm not going to make it to the playoffs this year. I'm going to trade everybody and get draft picks.
Yeah,
in the first round.
Yeah, honestly, man, it depends who you need, and if you can use some of that 11 and 12 trade into like the 103, 102 even.
I don't know if you don't have enough. You probably have enough to get to the 105, 104, 105. With 11 and 12, you can go 104, 105 with 11, 12, and see if you get that, and then you go, depending on your team, do you go running back, do you go receiver? This is not a great quarterback draft. If you could turn it into a first round pick next year, that's even better because that's a big quarterback draft.
Yeah. So definitely, Sully, you need to come check out Dynasty Pylon, because it started off with one of our other guys, and Mark, or 2 of our other guys. They're big into Dynasty. Like that's why it's called Dynasty Pylon.
Yeah.
And that's all they talked about, Dynasty. And then started the Bears show, and then that kind of merged into it, and then we started a Sunday fantasy football show. Well, that was the original one, was that. And then it all kind of now it's all on one channel. We all had it different places, and we all brought all the football into one channel. So Dynasty Pylon, we do
just
Dynasty
me every
breakdowns. Pretty much. Because I was like, because the one guy wanted to do the Chicago Bears show with me. I was like, it's too much. And then Brian was kind of new to all of it.
And then I don't know, 3 years later, I'm doing all of it. I'm like,
he's in charge of all
how
of
did
it.
I get here?
Yeah. But our one guy, Martin, he's big into Dynasty. And now that the drafts happen, he'll start doing some Dynasty breakdowns, and stuff like that. Do mock drafts all the time.
We'll do mock drafts, and we'll look at how you should really different strategies and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, a 12-man league, heavy rebuild. So Lamar, Hurts, JJ, Brian Thomas Jr., a couple other good pieces transitioning to super flex though. Everyone's doing super flex though. Everybody's. That's just like the big thing. Like this, like, please no more football talk. Oh man, baseball and hockey. I don't know much about hockey.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Yep, let's hit the puck. You're not a low collector. I know they're speaking geek to me when they talk football. That's why we're like we're the spoiler kings, because we talk about the spoilers and stuff like Dynasty Pylons, the football side, but like all together we're like the nerd huddle. We're like the nerds, and
I nerd out all the stuff. You see my Mighty Ducks room right here, right? You'll see I got football stuff all over here. I got signed footballs, and I have football Funko Pops, and I have my old helmet still. So
yeah. He has a whole nother setup just for the football shows. Like a whole nother. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, all right. No more football. No more football. Maria, what's up? Maria said, which in your opinion is the best video game based movie? There's not many good ones. Mario Brothers? Well, this Mario Brothers? Does Tetris count? Tetris doesn't count.
No. I'm trying to think. I mean, movie. I think the TV show does better.
As it like Last of Us.
Yeah,
like Last of Us.
The answer is Sonic. The answer is Sonic. It's probably the best one.
It's not bad. Yeah.
It's probably the best one overall.
I'm looking at.
But it's close to Mario. Mario's close, but it's Mario, Sonic.
Sonic, I mean, Sonic has a trilogy that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's a Minecraft, right, Brian? The original Mortal Kombat is amazing. The original Mortal
Kombat is good. Yeah, Sonic. Yep. Yeah, the original one is a lot of fun. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. I always wanted to be Jax for when I was watching. I always wanted to do when I was in Halloween. So I gotta do enough curls to be able to be Jax. Put some aluminum foil on my arms. I'm good to go. Let's go.
I was gonna say.
Take a shirt off, aluminum foil. We're ready.
Yeah, there's not many good. There's a lot of video game movies, but not a lot of them are good. Like Borderlands kind of sucked.
Oh,
Assassin's Creed sucked. Rampage was stupid. Sonic had 3 movies, and they're all pretty good. Resident Evil, it really lost the plot. The original one was okay, but after that, they really lost the plot. And they were doing their own shit.
Like Resident. I personally like Resident Evil. I just always have.
The movies.
Yeah, I just always did.
Yeah. I mean, no, they're awesome movies, but after the second one, I don't think they were just in name alone, just the game, right?
Yeah, because they changed the whole plot. You forgot what it was supposed to be about. It's just Mia Djokovic like doing whatever the hell she wanted to do. That's what it turned into. So,
yeah. What's the Norman Reedus video game, Death Stranding? They're making that into a video game, or into a movie.
It's a movie, right?
Which makes sense. I mean, the fucking thing was practically a movie anyway. Another weird game. But Kojima does weird games at times, but he does awesome games.
I like even Resident Evil or Welcome to Raccoon City. I didn't mind that, but Mortal Kombat is right there.
Mortal Kombat, yeah, that's up there.
What's the worst one?
The worst, Doom.
Doom. I remember Doom.
Doom was really bad, and you had a great cast. You had a great cast in Doom. You had it was Carl Urban. You had The Rock. I know you had a few other people.
I love that movie. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. Oh my God.
Borderlands was really bad though. I don't know.
Street Fighter.
Yeah. Street Fighter. That's one of those movies that was so bad it was kind of good.
It's awesome. I love it.
With the Mario Brothers live action. That was
Prince of Persia. That was a bad one.
Prince of Persia was a bad one.
That was so awful. Ugh.
That was a really bad one. I was looking at some of these other ones.
Assassin's Creed was bad.
That was a bad one. Warcraft wasn't horrible.
It was not good.
It was like in the middle. It was like not good, not bad. It's just whatever. The new Tomb Raider I liked. Need for Speed. Yeah, but yeah, there's some The Last Starfighter. Who said it? I saw somebody say it. Shifty. There you go, Shifty. What's up? So The Last Starfighter is the best video game movie if you're not counting adaptations. Yeah, that's a classic. But
what about The Hitman?
I never watched it because it looks so stupid.
Hitman Agent 47. I hate it more than I hated Hitman.
Yeah, I never gave it the time of day. Well, but yeah. I didn't like Uncharted, just because I felt like they did weird shit. Like you could have done that movie and not be called Uncharted. Just give it a brand new name, and I think it would have been the same exact movie.
I give you that. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah. Oh, what? If you want to go one that a lot of people didn't see, Blood Raven. They did a movie about that. On that, it was like a small budget little one that sucked so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was not good.
I mean, what is Super Mario Brothers from 1993 the best or worse?
It's both. It's both. Like I still got it.
That's awesome. It's so awesome. when they had the
Yeah.
Kumbas, like he started
Oh
dancing
my God.
in the elevator.
Oh, you can see it in the back.
I love it. Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah. And
It
I
is
think this is
so
the first
much
time
fun.
the Goombas were the first time that we ever got their last names too. With the Mario Brothers last name.
Mhm.
And you never thought about it until they said it in the movie. You're like, not wrong. You know, it's like, Mario,
Luigi
and Luigi Mario.
So-
But they're the Mario Brothers, so of course their last name would be Mario, right? I was like,
Exactly. Oh
yeah,
man.
Mario, and Luigi Mario, and then John Leguizamo is just because he was just everywhere in the early '90s.
Oh man.
So he said, "Thank you, spot on. Uncharted, not a bad movie. It just should have been called something else. I probably would have liked it more if it was same.
It was fine. It should have been called National Treasure, different guy.
Different guy. Yeah, Uncharted Treasure or some shit like that, or Charted. I don't know. You know,
Uncharted
adventure.
Island. Yeah.
Yeah. When we did the review on it, I was the only one there. I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I liked the game so much. So it you know, of course you're gonna compare it to the game. So I was sitting there. I'm like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It just.
Did it stop you from saying
The
Doom
ages
season
were
2?
wrong.
Doom
Which one?
season 2? Well, you know, which is not like the game anymore.
Wait, what? Which one?
Not Doom. I said Halo. Halo season 2.
Oh yeah. Change it up a lot.
Changed everything. I still thought it was good.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you need to do something, but it was still too late. Still didn't matter. Silent Hill live action, kind of liked it. That was a good one.
It was.
That was a good scary
decent.
one.
Yeah.
The one that's out right now, Until Dawn.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's
I
the one that just came out.
Yeah, I heard it's a good movie or fun movie, not a good adaptation of the video game. So very much like Uncharted.
Like Laura Croft Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
The Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
All right,
That's a
this is
little
not
much.
Tomb Raider, guys.
Yeah. Said really the only good adaptation video game is Last of Us. It really is. It's almost spot on with a lot of the stuff it does. Yeah. A lot of people won't be watching Last of Us, man. Yeah. I heard that.
I think people are saying that, and then they're going to end up watching it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just a meme because I think a lot of people who never played the game. That's a lot of people that are saying that never played the game, and I think they're going to be curious to see
where is it
how
goes,
they're going to do.
goes.
Yeah, 5 more episodes of this season, or I think, or 4 or 5 more episodes of this season, right?
Yeah, so yeah, it's 5,
and then
this
a whole
3,
nother
4,
season.
5, 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5.
Yeah, you know, and then a whole nother season. So it's like, what are you going to do without Pedro? So.
You're gonna bring another one in, another great actor.
Twisted Metal. That, you know what? That was, the show was cool. The being adapted from the video game was weird. But the show, I had fun with the show. I'm glad it's coming back.
What's that other one?
Twisted Metal was the shit back in the day. It was. There you go. Hey, you want to be a costume for Halloween? Be the dude that just is a dude and with 2 big wheels on the side.
Let's go.
There, you could. That'd be the funniest shit.
Where do you put Fallout?
Ooh, that's good. That one's. I forgot about that one.
I think they did a really good job.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They did a really good job with that.
Oh, what's up, Delta Dan?
Yo, he goes, "What's up? Go Warriors." Yeah, Fallout was actually good. Fallout was really good. Yeah. Here, I'll show this real quick. Here, man. Yeah, this is gonna be easy Halloween costume for you, man. Show it real quick. Sorry if I get laggy. Actually, I think I could do this.
You just is a presentation.
it won't work. That's all right. This is from Twisted Metal. I gotta watch because I didn't really pay attention. It's just a dude. In the later games, they gave him the rockets and shit. But it's just a dude who's connected to giant wheels. It's the dumbest fucking shit. I did see somebody cosplay as this before, and literally he just walked around with two like inflatable like pool floaties that were tires. And he was just walking around like this the whole time. And had like like a little rocket pack thing on his shoulders. Like that's awesome.
Oh,
this
man,
game was
awesome.
how does somebody like this even fight against like a fucking truck or a car or like anything? It's just so stupid. Oh man, Twisted Metal was.
Oh man,
was
that's
a
awesome.
product of its time. Super Axel, that's his name. Super Axel. Yeah.
It's
Oh, man.
not happening. Oh, Tomb Raider show was canceled. Really?
That makes
I believe
sense.
Shifty because he's on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that John Henry?
Looks like it.
Did y'all like Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, that wasn't a bad one.
It was fine. Yeah.
It stayed mostly true, I think, to the video game. Yeah, it was a pretty fun one. I didn't hate it. Did you hear who's gonna be casted a new Tomb Raider TV show? Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but yeah, I did hear her, but then I haven't heard anything about it. And then 50 Seconds got canceled. So yeah. What's up?
What's up, books, girls, and furs?
Up. All right. What do you want?
Do another trailer. Yeah.
What was the other one? We have
Do the one in the middle because that's the. I know Brandman wanted to see that one though.
Yeah, he wanted to see. We can save that one for the. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Then let's look at the Last of Us one.
Oh yeah,
the trailer preview.
That works out good.
We're talking about the games. Woo! That's a hell of a scene. Man.
All right. So is this just
the trailer preview? Yep, that's it.
Okay. For Last of Us. All right. Check it out. All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We are gonna check out a trailer preview for the next episode of The Last of Us. So, despite what a lot of people are saying online, that the show is not over yet. It is not over. It's still going. We still got 5 episodes and another season. So, yeah.
I mean, Jeffrey Wright's going to be there, guys. We're going to be okay without Pedro.
Yeah.
You lost the lead, but we're going to have another great actor. So it's going to be okay.
Yeah. But yeah, let's check it out and see what it is.
It's okay. You're in the hospital.
Man, that's good.
I know their names, and I know where they're from. The girl with the braid. Abby.
Dog, they created a monster. They don't even know.
Right to the point.
Oh,
Right to the point.
They created a monster. Even when I'm watching, I still just tearing up a little bit, man. Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
ugh, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh man. I wonder because they did change some of the things where I believe it was oh fuck, who was it? Because Tommy was there instead of Dina, I believe. in the game. And in the game, Tommy kind of becomes an asshole. There's a part like Tommy does some shit in the game where I was like, don't put that on her. Don't do that. And it's really shitty of him. And I don't know if they're gonna make him do that in the show.
It's gonna have to be different. It's gonna have
but I think they might do that, because he wasn't there, it might put it more on him. But that's why I said, like, you just get a lot of assholes in this game or in this season. Like everyone's a fucking asshole. Honestly, everyone wants revenge. Everyone wants eye for an eye. Yeah,
I don't think that we understand how much of a monster Ellie's going to become.
Oh yeah,
she's going to be a monster. You're not going to be able to create. You can see her changing before our eyes, and that journey is something. She'll never be the same.
Yeah,
never. She's going to be something else. The terrible things that she does. Man.
Yeah, her and it's just it's just a lot of bad decisions, a lot of emotional decisions, I would say. But yeah. Delta Dan said assholes probably are the ones who survived the world, though. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's how they survived.
Yeah. It's just, oh man, her dealing with it now, like, because I wanted that first scene was Nightmare or something.
No, when she wakes up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. She's going to wake up in the hospital because remember she's like hunched over. Her, so is Dina and all that stuff. Riding back, Jesse's carrying them basically both of them back. I think that she's going to wake up in the hospital and not realize that it was it's real. And then her going home and smelling his clothes and everything, and just imagining how bad she was so mean to him for the last year and a half, and how she's going to regret that. And that's going to even put more fire behind her need to kill Abby. Like, it's going to be woo boy. When I say you create a monster, you create a monster, and she's going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. I mean, because like I think you were saying, if Abby thinks she was justified in doing what she did with Joe because of what he did, I was like, then what do you think is going to happen with Ellie?
Except you didn't see Joel kill your dad.
Yeah,
you killed him in front of her.
Yeah,
she's going to do crazy amount of things. Like, she's going to do whatever it takes. One of those lines, like, I'll murder me to murder you. That's what she's going to be.
Yeah,
she's going to be at that point. Woo, man.
Yeah, I said it's going to be interesting to see how people act towards Ellie by the end of the season. Yeah. Think you finished the game, correct? What is it? Tank you finished the game. I watched. I didn't play it. Like I said, it was just a little too slow for me to play, but I enjoyed watching people play it. I watched a few people play it.
I don't know.
That's why I was like,
I think I did.
Yeah, but the end though. But we're not getting the end of the game this season. It's gonna be next season.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But they already said, I forgot who said in our chat last time, there's not gonna be a third game. The creators already said they don't plan on making a third game. So if the show wants to continue past that story, then it would be all brand new stuff specifically for the show, which would be interesting because I think you could do some cool things. But I don't know if the show should go past the end of the game.
No, it shouldn't.
It
shouldn't.
And if that's the case,
it might. You know what it might do? It might give us one day after. If they're not going to do it, they'll like say, okay, here's the conclusion, and then they give us one extra show.
I mean, yeah, because the way the game ends is frustrating. I guess is a good way to put it. It's very, 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 very frustrating. Because I was pissed. My girlfriend was pissed. You're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because oh, man, there's so many things I want to talk about. I just don't want to spoil.
You can't say anything until
Yeah.
you know.
What happens in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it, like, honestly, if you can't wait to see how the story plays out, there's a bunch of awesome YouTubers that do video game stuff that stream the entire game, and you can watch them. Honestly, watch them. There's some really fun people, you know. So, see what you guys are saying in chat real quick. I think that's about it. Everyone's saying hello to each other. The guitar scene at the end of the season is gonna be epic.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to Joe sucks, but I'm glad Ellie was there, so he didn't go out alone.
But the hardest part about that scene about Joel is Ellie screaming to him, "Get up!" And he was letting it all happen, and he finally decides to kind of almost look like he was flinching to move, and then that's when Abby comes down.
It was too late.
Oh my god! But it's like he was allowing it to happen. He allowed it. He could have fought back. He could have killed all those people. He killed more people in his dreams. Like,
yeah.
Come on, he could have killed all those kids.
Dead in the season 1, half dead.
He killed half the town, all the town.
Like, yeah. So he easily could take these like 5 kids. And 2 of them didn't even want to fight. So
could have been like a Riddick thing, like, give me a paper clip, I can kill all 5 of you guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. But he allowed it to happen because for her, he realized he was wrong, and for her vengeance and stuff.
Her. Yeah.
So
yep. The White Lotus and Last of Us Emmy nominations for HBO. I think so. I guess this way Abby's sick. This way Ellie. Wait. I guess this was Abby's sick way for Ellie to say goodbye to Joe, since she didn't say it to her dad. That's fucked up.
That's why you're gonna get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
You deserve worse.
No, they set up for a part 3, and I think they will come at some point in time. I hope they do, because they definitely left it open for a third game.
Too much.
Like, yeah, I mean, they left it wide open. I'm like, you're expecting a third game at this point, but yeah, they said no for now.
Yeah, but so it hasn't been announced, but I mean, at this point, you need maybe 2027 will be the earliest it could come out, and if they haven't announced anything now, so for 2 years it's not going to happen. And but with the success of the TV show, does it come out anyway?
That's a good question. Where HBO is like, here's a shit ton of money, we need more story for our show.
And does HBO go with an ending and then give them the money to finish the game following the ending that HBO goes with?
Do a Game of Thrones.
Mm.
He said, yeah, if there's a game I don't want to play, I don't want to watch, like Assassin's Creed, I just watch it. Let's play, or I'll watch a cutscene, actual cutscenes. Yeah. That's how I was. I was like I like playing games. It's just I couldn't get into playing The Last of Us, but I loved watching people play it. I know that sounds weird, but
no, because it's too slow. It's hard to play.
Yeah. And then you have the commentary from the person playing it. They're talking to their chat. They're doing things that you wouldn't necessarily do. So I thought it was more entertaining for me. Yeah. Let's see. Tommy and his wife are my favorite characters.
Maria,
yeah.
Maria likes Maria, huh?
I didn't think about that. Nice. Yeah, but yeah, Tommy. There's a part in the season. I don't know if it's gonna happen this season or what, but there's a part where you're like, bro, you're a dick.
You kill part. I mean, remember Tommy. Remember in the beginning, Tommy wasn't like this thing.
Yeah. But you get why Tommy says what he says, but at the same time, you're like, you shouldn't be saying that. I don't know. I'm trying to stay vague.
You can't. But,
yeah. Do you think Andor and Agatha all along get nominations for Disney Plus? Probably Andor, just because critics are loving
I can't
it.
see Agatha. I can't see.
Yeah, Agatha. I don't think so.
I think Paradise definitely will.
I hope so. I hope so. Abby had the right to avenge her dad. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but what she did is she created a monster because what she did what she did to Ellie is even worse than what happened for her, and that's why I have a problem with Abby with that. Because
Abby had the right to avenge her dad. I will give her that. But her reasoning and her justification to herself is bullshit. 100% bullshit. They haven't got to it in the show yet. In the game, when you find out like what she says, like blah blah blah, I was like, fuck, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself so you can do the avenging, but yeah. That's why I was like, eventually, if they do it in the show, which I think they will, for me, it would be like, oh yeah, no, you're a piece of shit. Like you're lying. You're lying, So yeah.
Here's the world. No, I can't.
Yeah. For what they paid for Andor better. Seriously.
Wouldn't for me, but
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Watch me come in after seeing 4, 5, and 6 and saying, "Oh, man, that was good." Watch it.
It could be. But I hope it is. I hope it is. Real quick. Since this is HBO and unfinished properties, let's not do a
Game of Thrones. Yep.
Oh, let's not get into Game of Thrones because
R. Martin.
Wait, we have it. Hold on. Where is it?
George R. Martin.
Exactly.
I still love that show. The Red Robin wedding. Fucking awesome episode. Such an awesome episode. We got Deuce. What's up, Deuce? Appreciate the $10 super chat. Now that you bring it up, playing games will always be superior to me. That extra interaction, movies, all you is watch, games you act. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, all you do is watch. That's what I like. Like a scary video game is 100 times scarier than a scary movie.
That's because you're in the first person point of view. You are actually playing it. You're making the decision to make this scary thing.
Exactly. It's you, like you said, you making that decision of walking in that room, knowing
don't let you turn off all the lights, and you making these decisions. Yes,
I did that once. Never again. I played. I think Raccoon City. I was playing Raccoon City when it first came out, and my parents went on. They were gone. My sister was gone. So it was just me by myself. Turned off all the lights and played Resident Evil and scared the shit out of myself.
I told you why I don't like scary movies.
Yeah,
because Nemesis. I played in the basement by myself. Nemesis, sitting there playing it, and I was like, never again. I will never be scared. I'll never volunteer myself to be scared like this ever again.
Yeah. That was it. That was the moment.
It's the moment it changed everything.
Yeah. But I agree, and that's why I think video games are. I mean, video games are the number one medium of storytelling. Like with money wise, like movies make a shit ton of money. Video games make insane, stupid amounts of money, with it. So yeah, I mean, video games are where it's at, but people think playing video games is like childish.
Yeah, don't give it the proper credit it deserves.
Yeah. But then yet they love Last of Us. I was like, what? Yeah, is it same people like when I first watched Book of Mormon, and it was funny and so fucked up. I mean, it's so insanely fucked up. But these are the same people who are loving the play are saying like South Park is trash. South Park is like so potty humor. But I was like, but yet you love Book of Mormon, made by the same exact guys, and it's the same kind of humor, just without TV censorship. So people are like, I love Last of Us, but I hate video games. I'm like, what?
How?
Yeah. Finish up with these last few ones. Tony said, "Snack." Yeah.
Bite-sized snack. Put in your pocket.
I can't wait for her to be in. See how she is in Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting.
Really interesting. We'll see.
Collector said, "What shows do you think will be nominated for Emmys this year? The final season of Handmaid's Tale, Life of All White Lotus, the new Game of Thrones show, and Andor." Probably all of those. Honestly, Handmaid's Tale, Last of Us. I can see White Lotus for sure. Everyone's talking about that.
I'm not sure about the new Game of Thrones show.
Oh yeah, because there's that new one. I was thinking of
isn't it the Jon Snow one?
No, it's not. Something of the set like Night of Seven Kingdoms or Night of something. It's another prequel. It's another prequel.
I thought the Jon Snow one was coming for Game of Thrones. So
if there is, I haven't seen anything about that yet.
Yeah, I know it's coming out.
Also, fuck Jon Snow, man. It's fucking dumbass.
The Snow show isn't happening. Okay, it's not happening.
No, it's not happening. There you go. Here, Fernando said,
no longer happening.
No longer. I didn't even know they were doing one. I was like, I don't know if I would watch it. It was like, dumbass. We'll watch it. Here, Fernando said, Abby's father was not armed. Joel didn't have to kill him. He could have just took her away. Yeah.
No, we feel like they were gonna always come after her. So he killed everybody to make sure that it was eliminating.
Well, he didn't kill the nurses. You know,
that's true.
You know, but they backed off. You know, like they're like, well, he was probably gonna try to stab him or something. I'm sure, because he had a scalpel or whatever in his hand. But yeah, he wasn't armed with a gun. But hopefully they do some of the flashbacks. And you get some more of them. Like
they fill in the blanks right now. That'd be really good too.
Yeah. Do you think Ahsoka will be renewed for season 3?
I don't think so. I think the end of the story will be to do with the Filoni movie, and I think season 2 will be the end of it.
Yeah. Hopefully we get the Filoni verse after that when KK leaves. Please. Yeah, I know. August. But yeah, I don't think that's happening.
It just says, I don't know. A scalpel is a weapon to me.
I mean,
if you guys watch From, you'll know. Yeah, it definitely kills people.
Yeah. You're not joking when you say Abby creates a monster. She ends up going a little too far, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand Abby needing to kill Joel. What she did with Ellie was uncalled for, and even the rest of the people, even the stuff that what she was doing to Joel, even the rest of the people are looking at her like, yeah, what the hell are you doing, lady? You're doing too much.
Yeah, and then for what? It doesn't make her happy.
Exactly. And you saw that when she was walking away, and that they really pushed that narrative that it doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Like now what? I mean, it's the whole Batman. That's why Batman, specifically with Dick was like, hey, I get your pain, I get your anger, but you can't kill those people. You can't kill, the Falcons or whoever killed his parents. Because he's like, I don't want you to turn out like me, always angry. Like, yep. I might skip around a little bit. Do you think Pedro Pascal should be nominated for Last of Us season 2? He wasn't in it enough.
Yeah, he's two episodes. That's not enough.
Yeah. Shifty said there'll be no Ahsoka season 3. Season 1 didn't do well. Season 2 won't do well. Also, there's too big of a backlog of show necessary to get into it. Yeah. Filoni was an idiot for not doing a clip show for noobs. Yeah. The clip show would be interesting, but I mean, I think he messed up by not calling it Rebels.
I think that's
or Ahsoka and the Rebels. Ahsoka and the Rebels and Ahsoka, something like that to tie it in because it's legit another continuation of that story.
And then people will watch Rebels, get prepared for it, and then it would have been better.
Yep. Let's see. It was a person I went to school with. I was saying I was playing Resident Evil 7. It was really into the game until I really recognized the voice of the bad guy. That is cool. That was the person that you went to school with.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. What the hell?
I'm assuming like college or something.
It could be even high school. Shoot.
Yeah, make some good money. Dave Filoni will try to honor George Lucas. I hope so. If anybody will, I think it will be him.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
He's on the
Yeah, not for me on scary video games. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what ended everything. Brian go review a scary movie. Nope. Never again. Nemesis did it.
They ruined it. South Park actually one of the smartest shows out there, hiding underneath all the potty humor. It really is. It gets into some crazy shit, like interesting topics, but it's all like around, like potty humor and fart jokes and Cartman being racist and sexist and everything is. Yeah. So, but I do love some South Park. Yes, kind of showing people episodes where the commentary had something to say in South Park.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Snow show was happening or isn't happening. It said that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was happening. So
yeah, it was a big thing. People were like, "Oh, I hate him so much," and then so that's probably what's going on.
Yeah, he sucks. Dumbass. I don't know. A scalpel is a weapon. Oh yeah, you said that. Tony Zuko killed the Graysons. Did he? I remember.
What should he say?
Who's that? I still say there will be a time reset on Ahsoka as the end of Rebels differs from the same scene in Ahsoka's show. Something catastrophic happens and she tries to fix it. In this season, I don't know. I like it. They're in a different universe or this different galaxy or whatever. So that it seems like things are different.
You can do what you want to do.
Yeah,
be a little bit different and not worry about it.
So you could probably still take things from the original stuff and start over in a sense, but I don't know. It's an interesting theory. No, I see that the catastrophic maybe like the mother went to this other universe. That Luke didn't kill her. Well, technically, I don't know if you would even keep the lore like that. Because no, they don't even kill. No, do they kill? Yeah, they do kill the mother.
Yep,
Abeloth. But it takes like everybody teaming up. All the good guys and bad guys like take her out. So I don't know, but I do feel like the mother is going to be happening in this.
Yeah, you need Abeloth. I mean, that's exactly what they changed. They showed exactly. They foreshadowed it, and with Balin, you want to continue his storyline. So yeah, you need Abeloth.
But so even saying like, because I do agree with Shifty, like from season 1 of Ahsoka, it was so hard to get things understood by normies if they didn't watch Rebels. If you didn't watch Clone Wars, you're not going to know about the father, the son, and the daughter. And then
you think I think they're going to spell it out.
They got to at some point. They kind of have to do that a little bit. I mean, they definitely tease it with the owl, always being around before. I don't know if they did it a lot in this last season, but yeah. I don't know. Skip around. Pedro has 17 other projects he could be nominated for. Speaking of, I gotta watch Freaky Tales.
I was watching it today. Oh my gosh.
Good or weird?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Sleepy Floyd. Oh my god, it's weird.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, moving on it. Ahsoka 2 is going to be about the father, the son, the sister, Ahsoka brother, mother. Yeah. That's I think, but it's so hard. You're gonna have to take a whole episode just to explain that,
or do it as like a story so they understand what's going on.
Yeah. Because that is like the father, the son, the sister. are awesome. There's such a it was like one of the best, like I think it was like 3 episodes in Clone Wars. I loved that little side story. Loved it. It was so good. It explained so much of the Force and the bigger scheme or bigger, idea of the Force, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then but they never got into the mother. The mother was definitely something um the EU brought up. So, all right, let's finish this up because we technically didn't close this out. But we want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment for The Last of Us. What do you think is gonna happen? How close are they gonna follow the game? I should say, because we kind of know what's gonna happen. But yeah, we want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you guys thought of the last episode. What you guys think about this upcoming episode? And make sure you guys check us out on Monday when we talk about the newest episode of The Last of Us. So come and be part of the show and the discussion. But we appreciate everyone in the live chat sticking around, hanging out. But we want you guys to stick around a little bit longer because we're going to get into our next topic right now. Yeah, there we go. Sidetracking to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hayden is in it. I think we're getting a Mortis arc episode. Yeah, Hayden is in it.
He did say he's going to be in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is good because, I mean, one of the best episodes from season 1 was with him in it. So
it was epic. It was awesome.
Yeah. Did they say we get Obi-Wan flashbacks? If so, it's Mortis arc. I think that'd be cool. I haven't heard what's his name coming back to be Obi-Wan for anything.
I thought I saw Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Well, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. We get the young Ahsoka, Hayden and McGregor. That'd be super cool. Get a live action Clone War reunion. That'd be sick.
If you do it right, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Or if you do like that, you do like the Mortis arc. Like you do an episode of that. Just take that, it's like a flashback. That somehow she remembers, because technically they all forgot. They all had their memories wiped and they don't remember, all of it. But maybe somehow the mother awakens.
Awakens everything and shows everyone,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, like you have my daughter in you or something like that. You are my daughter. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then boom, replay. It's and then you get all that shit.
Flashback and you understand what's going on then.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely be cool, but I can see normies being like, "What the F is happening?" Yeah. Oh man. Okay, said I just don't want them to try to do Mace Windu survived from Darth Sidious.
I know a lot of people that do.
I just don't want them to try to say that Mace. Oh, I'm down. I want
a lot of people want Mace Windu to survive, so I don't know.
Because he just fell out the window. Doesn't mean he died. He could have used the Force to do some shit. We just found out people can like Force fly and shit. So maybe maybe a speeder went by and caught him. I don't know.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. So, well, but that'd be cool. I did hear that they were doing a Emperor show, or they had plans for an Emperor prequel show. It was just going to be a mini series of just him. And I was like, you just did 9 effing movies there where he was like the central focus of all of it.
And somehow the Emperor returns.
I know. Can we stop? Can we stop with the Emperor and can we stop with Skywalkers? Just
so he said, did you hear that Bryce Dallas Howard wants to do a Mace Windu show?
I did hear that. Did I miss one of those comments?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I did hear that. 100% I am down for that. 100% with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Anything with Mace Windu.
And she is one of the best, doing Star Wars right now. So I 100% down for uh Bryce Dallas Howard doing a Mace Windu show.
I'm just down for Bryce Dallas Howard doing anything.
Yeah. Just walking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't cut it out, guys. Don't cut it out.
Because he couldn't go out that too big of a badass. I agree. Yeah. He's too awesome. Yeah. Star Wars fan base to focus on race. Good writing isn't going to change anything at all.
He's probably right. They're going to focus on the race, and it doesn't matter what we do. It's probably right.
Yeah.
It's gotten real toxic, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's actors and actresses that aren't taking on Star Wars roles because they're like, nah, it's not worth the headache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed it. Brian said it, but yeah. I'll make Danny happy.
Danny will do backflips.
Just for that, I want to see that.
Oh, he would try.
He'll try. Get KK out and let Dave cook.
KK still not leaving, guys.
Yeah. Yep. I think we're all down for Bryce Dallas Howard. The other thing is when he fell out the window, he was getting electrocuted by Darth Sidious. I mean, but also
Darth Sidious was getting electrocuted and fell
or from himself.
Yeah, from himself, and somehow lived. So whatever.
Yeah, it was getting reflected back at him. But that just even goes to show you how badass Mace was, because we never seen that ever happen ever again. Mace was the only dude to take his Force lightning and zap it back. Because I'm like, did Yoda do it?
Did he directed away? I think
he directed it away, but that was with.
But he always flipped around and kind of kept on going.
Yeah. So, but now Danny would do the dance that emo Peter does in Spider-Man 3
in the same outfit.
Yeah, Yoda did it best, but I don't think he put it back at him. I think he caught it and threw it back, right?
Yeah, he caught it and redirected it somewhere else.
Yeah. It would make sense, right? Yeah, I mean Yoda is badass. Yeah, Yoda did during the battle. Yeah, but they weren't close like that though. Yeah. So he was able to I think he caught it. I remember him catching it or some shit, and then did a fucking Hadouken back at him. Yeah, you took the light and shot it back. Yep, exactly. Yeah, but it was different.
Yeah, he redirected. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So being close range like that, where they were right, literally on top of him, and doing the Force thing and zapping it back. But yeah, I want Mace back. I think you can have some cool stories with him. And why not bring Samuel L. Jackson back into the universe? Come on.
It's a great character that we never really got the end of it. So yeah, I think we definitely should.
Yeah.
He redirected. I'm looking at it right now. He just redirects it.
Yeah. Okay. Is that when he catches it?
He absorbs.
He catches it and turns it into a little ball.
Yeah.
Because I think he did it with Dooku as well. I think Count Dooku, when he did his little finger zaps. I always make fun of, Lord, never make fun of, but I laugh when my son gets super angry. He does this with his fingers, ah. It always reminds me of the Force light, because he does all the weird finger, thing. So what? You gonna shoot lightning at me? Mason's coming back to Star Wars 3 Vader. Yeah, I did hear that he's doing. He's bringing back Mace, and Vader and Mace are gonna fight. But it's gonna be animated, though, which kind of sucks. But I would like that, but prequel story, but not like a middle, but like a middle story of Mace.
Yeah, but I mean, we could get that, and then you get Darth Maul. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you could have done.
Yeah. I mean, Darth Maul survived getting sliced in half and going down a giant tube. So
exactly.
Yeah. The Mama Bear says, "Mace, how'd you survive?"
The Force, motherfucker. Now go in that bag and get my wallet. Which wallet is it? One that says Star Wars bad motherfucker.
Oh man. Have y'all seen the Vader 2 trailer? I seen the last one with the stormtroopers. And then like at the end, like a purple lightsaber or purple glow from a lightsaber happens. That's the only one I've seen from him. I would like a story that takes place before episode 1. I mean, getting like a cool, but I don't know, would you go with a younger actor and not Samuel L. Jackson then? You know,
No,
you do like the Adventures of Mace Windu, you know, and do some cool shit, but
no.
Yeah, I want Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, if Maul survives, anyone can.
Anyone
Yeah,
can. Exactly, 100%.
In half,
falling down the tube, like
yeah. There's only one theory dropped a week ago. Oh, okay, I gotta watch it. I wind up unsubscribing to Star Wars Theory just because like it was getting a little too much. At times,
toxicity and all that other stuff.
Yeah, every so often I'll check him out and see what he has to say about certain things. But I am excited about his movies, because the first episode was so good. The live action, that it was so effing good. The second one I'm kind of excited about, but I didn't know he dropped a new trailer, so I gotta check it out. It says nice window for Capital One. Capital One. Oh man, I know no one's gonna like this, but I don't mind the Skywalkers. I just like to see Luke's children, which we will never get anymore.
Yep,
we will never see his kids. That's what we should have got, man. We should get Luke's kids. We should have got the more than just the one kid from Leia and Han. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's so many things that they don't want to adopt into theory, and they don't want to keep it as canon. And
well, like me and my girlfriend were talking the other day about the sequels, and I was like, I still think they could have saved some of the sequels if Rey had died. If Rey had sacrificed herself because she understands who she is, what blood runs through her veins, and who Ben was, and her feelings for Ben. But they would never fucking do that because, like they have their, I don't want to say agenda because I hate saying that, but they do have their like, no, we need more women in Star Wars. But I was like, she should have killed herself. Or not killed herself, get me wrong. She should have sacrificed herself, like from her grandfather, I guess, or clone grandfather, whatever they want to connect it. But yeah, because an emperor, Palpatine, like blood flowing through her veins, she should have understood. Like, I can't. It has to end. This evil has to end.
I think that saves anything because what they did to Finn and
kind of a little bit. But yeah, so it was still bad.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Nope.
Yeah. It's just calling it the Last Skywalker or the Rise of Skywalker, and there's no fucking Skywalker. It makes no sense. And then her just stealing the name. I'm like, come on, man. Like what? Like the Emperor won. The Emperor won. At the end of the 9 episodes of Star Wars, the Emperor won. His bloodline gets to live on.
Well, I mean, Skywalker shouldn't have had a bloodline if you're gonna follow strict rules of what a Jedi is, I guess.
Yeah, but in the EU,
yeah, I know the EU, and
he changes it.
Kids, yeah.
Yeah,
he says
it because
this doesn't make any sense for Jedi to have no attachment to the people that they're trying to protect. That's part of the problem why they went the wrong way.
Yeah. But even in I don't know if it's. I guess it would technically be canon, but the dude with the cone head in
Mhm.
the prequels, part of his species is so low population that every so often he has to go back and have a lot of sex so he can, so they can repopulate. So it's not like unheard of, you know.
If only Yoda did the same thing.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, but yeah, I thought Luke in the EU going out and like, yeah, like, why are we cutting off love, you know, from it? Like, shouldn't we be balanced? And if you cut off a part of it, you cut off an emotion, how is that balanced? You know, so but then also in the EU, Luke becomes evil for a while. So
Exactly. So, and you definitely don't want that.
that would have been awesome, though. That would have been awesome.
People
because
have been
then
pissed.
all the
People-
his nieces and nephews and kids help save him.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't think that would be the biggest thing? People would have been lost their damn mind.
No, I don't think so. If you would have done it right, if you would have just all of a sudden you haven't seen him in like 10 years and now he's evil, that would not make sense. You would need to have led to why he turned, you know, and then his kids, his niece and nephew, they help turn him. Also, his niece and nephew, his nephew becomes evil for a while too. So like they all kind of become a little evil at one point in the EU. So, oh man. I'm going out for milk was messed up. Right. Oh man. We should got Heir to the Empire, New Jedi Order. Disney screwed us. New Jedi Order. That's one of my favorite books.
Old Republic.
Not books, but no, New Jedi Order? New Jedi Order is EU.
You know what I'm saying? Old Republic should have been.
You want Old Republic?
I want Old Republic.
Yeah. Because it's easy, it's so hard to mess up. It's like here's a bunch of Jedi, here's you know a bunch of Sith because that was before the rule of two, you know, so you could do a bunch of cool shit with it.
And have a lot of fun and have some interesting characters and all type of stuff.
Yeah, you could have some real cool stuff, but they said no. Well, also Catherine Kennedy literally said, "Oh, there's not like a bunch of books we can just pull the stories from."
So I have one right down there. I have 5 right down there.
Because I think the New Jedi Order is like 3 or 4 books or something like that. Because I have the big compendium of all of the New Jedi Order series. I think it was like 3 or 4. What you could have done that right there. Heir to the Empire again, right there, man. And it is continue. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. How are you gonna say that when there's been like 30 plus years of books being written? Like,
she's there was? Since when?
Oh well, George Lucas said they're not canon. So fucking make them canon. You're the boss now. You know, or at least like pick and choose, you know, like I really like this story. I want to tweak it a little bit. Boom. You know, it's like,
to be fair, that's what George Lucas does a lot. He picks and chooses.
I mean, yeah. Because I love the samurai movie and Dune. And
yeah, exactly.
They still fix them. They just need to understand the source. Yeah, they can still fix it, but it's gonna take them a while. It'll take them a while to gain back the trust, I think. Yeah, I just made a better movie.
I think the whole Star Wars world is so toxic now. It's just why?
Yeah. I think you would have to work on the fandom first. You know, I think you would have to find a way to
bring them together somehow.
Fix the fandom. Yeah,
and then you might be able to fix something.
Yeah. They said we have plenty of badass women in Star Wars. They just didn't want to make a canon one. Yeah. That's why like Rey dying would have made sense in the story. It would have made her character even more badass because she understands who she was. She would have saved.
You could have picked up where she left it.
Yeah. Well, no, you let Ben live. You know, she sacrificed herself to save Ben, and that motivates Ben to be good, even more good. He goes, I can't allow myself to become Kylo again because I loved Rey so much. I have to honor her.
That. because that,
Yeah,
that shit
oh, no,
came out of nowhere. It came out of no fucking where. Like what?
the love story thing was weird. Yeah. Yeah. But that whole, like, again, the whole third movie in that trilogy was just so put together. You know, just so, you know, I don't want to talk about it. Oh man. Yeah, I listened to a book that tried to connect the sequels of Ray Paps and were whack. It's because it's so hard to do. You have to like do stupid shit. You have to make it make sense, and it's not fun when you do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I went Darth Plague into movie
Plague's
because
movie.
those books were insanely. Oh, those were super cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Was it books or just a book?
Dark Plagueis.
I think I only read one. If there's more than one,
I feel like there's.
might have mixed up.
I thought there was 3.
Yeah. Ooh, I want Mara Jade canon. That'd be awesome. There's a rumor. There was a rumor that what's her name? Zendaya. They were gonna do a
3 of them.
Mara Jade. Was it 3 of them? Okay. I only read one. He goes, see, I'll make it a better movie again. Like, it still would have been a bad movie.
It still would
I
have been.
think,
I would have been furious still.
Yeah.
Because what they did in was it the 8th one?
Yeah. That's when the whole thing
The Finn story got pushed to the side. It didn't make any sense. The Finn Ray thing was there. You had whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to get angry. Let me just be happy.
Ray should have picked Finn. Yeah. I 100% agree.
The storyline would have been better, and then let Finn become a Jedi.
Which would have been so cool on so many levels. You know, like former stormtrooper. You know, like you could have done cool stuff with his background. Like, oh, maybe his parents were somebody important. You know, you know, the connection of Ray and Finn, like both not knowing who their parents were. Like, you know, like, and then they find out together that they were both like badasses or some shit. You know, like you could have done so much cool shit.
You could let Ray be who she's supposed to be. She wasn't supposed to be, you know, a Palpatine. You know, you could have done a lot of good things, and you just fucked it up.
When you find that out in the movie, I fucking almost walked out of the theater because I thought that was the dumbest. I was like, oh, she's a daughter of a clone? What?
So y'all didn't think this out at all, huh? You just say, we can go with this.
It's like, what? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh man. Bryce Dallas Howard for Mara Jade. I like it.
Bryce Dallas Howard is whatever.
Oh, we should be starring and directing.
Directing. Yeah.
Just make her Mara Jade. I'm down for that. Yeah. There's 3. Yeah, Finn had the Force. Ain't no normal MF for swinging lightsaber without chopping the limb off.
Exactly. Right? Like yo, from the beginning, and he protected Ray, and then he never went back to it.
Yeah. And he always had this like sense of righteousness, you know, where you're like, oh, he felt like we're not doing the right thing. Like everything he did was like always kind of going
never
off gut
harm
feelings.
anybody. Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And instead you're like, oh, we're gonna make you do a stupid casino chase scene that ultimately doesn't mean anything after an hour of it. Fuck, so bad. Yep, they dropped the ball on Stormtrooper turned Jedi.
Yep. It would have been excellent.
Finn Windu, in my mind. I mean, even that would be like super interesting.
I don't need the only 2 black people
yeah.
like, in Star Wars have to be, you know, related. I don't need that.
Yeah. I mean, they did that in the fucking in the third movie.
Yeah.
You know, where the only black chick is somehow related to the first black guy from Star Wars. Like, okay, you know, like, oh, I lost my daughter. I don't know who my dad is. Huh? I was like, okay. You guys have a good night. I'll be at your live streams on Monday. All right, Collector.
Thanks.
We
Thanks,
know
Collector.
it's
Hey, send the game one.
Yeah.
Fairly too.
Yeah, send it either DM me or throw it in the Facebook group. They made Finn yell rave. how pissed do you think if we met John Boyega and we're like, okay, legit, how many times do like people make you want to scream Ray? And how many times do you want to punch people in the face? Like, meet my daughter, Ray. He's like, fuck out of my face.
Exactly. He just gets up and walks out. Lunch break. Gotta go.
Taking a break. He just yells to the rest of the line. This person ruined the line. That would be so annoying. Yeah, but oh man. Yeah. Have a good night, collector. I don't know. Do you want to call it a night?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm already done.
Yeah. You guys talking about Star Wars. Finn chases half the Rave for 3 movies, only for her to go to emo bad guy. Yeah. And they wanted her to be relatable. Yeah. Yeah. And I just hate that, like, because like everyone says like the toxic fandom, you think of like all, you know, the racist dickheads and this and that. 100% that's there, but it's the opposite end of the fact of the fandom too, where it's like I can't criticize Ray without being called like, oh, you hate women. I was like, no, it's like I hate that they made Ray like, oh, I can fix him, like kind of character, you know, especially as a woman, like, oh, he's a bad guy, but I can fix him. Like, oh, he just killed you know, a bunch of planets, but I can fix it. I can make him a better man. It was like, what the fuck are you doing with this woman, this who's supposed to be a badass? That is just like, what? It's so annoying. But that's why it's like the fandom is so toxic everywhere, because like, oh, I don't like this character. Oh, because, you know, he's a minority. Like, no, I don't like him. Or it's like, I don't like this character. Oh, why? Because it's a woman. Like, no, because I don't fucking like it because what they did with it. You know. So you can't. It's like you can't criticize one thing or another, because either one side's going to come after you or the other side's going to come after you. It's like,
yep, no win situation, because, you know, we split in the fandom one way or another.
And it's so divisive now too. You know. So, yeah. Yeah. So I know somebody had said that to me before when I'm like, oh, Ray going after Kylo was kind of stupid. Like, oh, why? You hate women? You know, she should. I'm like, what?
Yes,
like,
that's why.
Like, you know, and that was kind of the thing going around too. Is like, oh, if you hate the sequels, you hate, like, you know, strong women. I was like, what?
No, I think the sequels just were bad writing, and they should have stuck with the original plan, and they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. They listened to the fandom. And obviously the fandom kind of doesn't know what they want, you know, which I get, you know, because the fandom has their fantasies, you know what I mean? Like, they want their things to be so, you know, fantastical, and they want their things to be specifically for them, that, you know, when you give this stupid emo, you know, Skywalker dude and Ray, yeah. It's bad. Deuce. You'll check out Expedition 33. It's legendary. We'll check it out. Check him out. He would have been my boo in the first movie. I mean, obviously he was like,
after he saved you and he had his unbelievable connection. He came even in the forest to look after you and made them come find you.
Yeah. And he was just so interesting in that first film. Yeah. Because you had your 3 main characters. You had your pilot dude with Finn, or Poe. You had Finn, who's kind of becoming this you know, like hero, you know, who used to be former bad guy. And then you got the nobody who's becoming the good guy, you know. So
yep.
You know, you had these 3 characters that you're like, oh, you could do some cool shit with them. And then Ryan Johnson said, nah, fuck that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But we know what we want.
No one knows what they want. Just stick with the story and call it a day.
Exactly. Oh, man.
I said, have a good night, fellas. It's my wife's birthday over here. She's sleeping. Kids are down. And I'm cleaning up after the party. Going to see if I can wake her up. Hey, that sounds like a win. That's a W. Let's go.
Yeah.
For you.
There you go. Deuce is like, good on you. Big ups. Go get it. Go get it. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here too, man. I had a long week.
Yep, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking bed. Like everyone's asleep, I'm gonna sleep.
You have two toddlers. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
See, that's when you clear off the table. Said, "You want to do it right here?" Like, yeah. Everyone puts their head down, go sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what it is. Oh man, but cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. With this kind of chill hanging out night. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us. And we'll be back Monday talking Last of Us. Get ready to cry. Like, why? What's gonna be? Like I said, if you like football, you want to talk some more football tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, I will be going on an epic rant. Just know.
So yeah, Dynasty Pylon link is in the description. YouTube.com/Dynasty Pylon. Check us out over there. We're trying to get more subscribers over there for sure.
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sully. Dude's coming in. Delta Dan. Team Two Toddlers. Yeah. Yeah.
I was part of that team. I had to put my jerseys in the rafters right now.
It's all ripped up in shreds.
Exactly.
Oh man. But cool. Let's get out of here. Ace, thank you. We will see you guys on Monday. Later.
Peace, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.